Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to the Done Creative Live. How is everybody? Hey, tribe. Hello, everyone. All right, let's see who's here. Well, Ethan was here earlier. We have Jesus's. We've got Katie R., Cheyenne Downey, Vicky Downey, Sharon Munson, Susie Wilson, and Kita Deb. Welcome, everybody. It's good to have you here. Give you guys a minute to check on in. Say hi if you want. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm just kind of running behind. Well, I was running ahead all day until I wasn't. I had to finish reading my critique submissions for tomorrow's writing group. So that I was like in the zone of reading. It was such a good chapter. So I'm like, I gotta go. But I hope you're all doing well. We're just 2 days away from my Patreon launch. I can't believe it. It's going to be exciting. We are having a Patreon launch party over on my main channel, which is the very first thing linked in the description. If you're not already subscribed and don't want to miss out on the launch party, you can go ahead and subscribe over there. And if you hit the notification over there, I'm sure it will let you know when we go live for the launch party. Yeah, I've hidden some little Easter eggs around social media. I don't think anyone has found them yet, but they're out there, and if they don't find them, that's okay. They're there. They're there for the taking if anyone can find some secrets, some little Easter eggs out there. And yeah, as far as the launch party goes, what we're going to be doing is a Q&A. Like I said in my community post this week, if you missed it, go ahead and check the description. The very first thing linked over on that community tab of my main channel. We're about to hit 20K over there. And I realized, I've realized for a long time that I haven't done any kind of Q&A. And it's mostly because that whole imposter syndrome, or, who cares? Like, who wants to know about you anyway, Amanda? That voice in your head. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe somebody does. And there were like 16 people that left comments on that post. And then I got some answers over on Instagram as well. So I'm going to be compiling those probably tomorrow. So if you still wanted to ask a question that would be answered during the Q&A, you can head over to my community post over on my other channel. Again, first thing linked in the description. Tracy left a question. So yes, Tracy was in there. I think Cheyenne and Vicky, or one or the other, or both, may have left a question for me. So yeah, we're gonna read those and answer those live on the Patreon launch. And also, what else? Yeah, I'm gonna also be doing some giveaways during the Patreon launch. Everybody who becomes a patron between, of course, now and then will be entered into a drawing, which I will be drawing 3 names. If we have 3 people that are participating, that is. What you need to do to be put in the drawing is just become a patron of any tier. It can be the lowest tier, the middle tier, or the higher tier. It doesn't matter. You will still be entered, and I will be drawing 3 names for, drumroll please, 3 giveaways of free readings, or you're entered into the drawing to win a 10-minute reading either on Zoom, $33 value, or here on this channel during one of my live streams. You can select either. If you don't want to be on Zoom and go down that road, you don't have to. You can just have it answered on one of my live streams. That would be one way. Or if you would like to take the 10-minute reading, again, $33 value, that's what most people pay for my 10-minute readings with me face to face, be able to answer questions in real time. Of course, it's much cheaper over here because I tend to go on sometimes for 10 or more minutes, and it's only $10 over here. So I guess the value is a sliding scale. But Spirit's trying to get me quicker and better about doing that. But yeah, so there'll be 3 of those giveaways for patrons, people who are subscribing or becoming patrons. I don't know if it's considered subscribing. Becoming a member, I think is what it's called. But yes, there's one more thing I'm adding to the top tier, which is a Discord server where we can hang out and eventually, not quite out of the gate, because I want to just put my little toes in and see how this whole thing goes for a couple months, just so I can see that I can handle all this before adding more to the plate of Patreon. The pricing won't change over there, but I'm going to be adding more stuff, especially to that higher tier. Discord server, where I want to have, I know for me personally, I can become a procrastinator if people aren't counting on me. So I need those accountability partners, or just people that I have said, hey, I'm going to do this, and then they hold me to it. Then I can't disappoint them, because it's easy for me to disappoint myself by saying in my head, I think I'm going to do X, Y, and Z today. And then because I've only made that pact with myself, I'm like, I don't have time, I'll do it later. But if there's people counting on me, I'm kind of gotta do it. Yes, so I want to eventually, it's not up yet, the Discord server will just be a place you can hang out, find accountability partners in your spirituality, in your goals, in whatever it is you've got going on. Again, not quite yet. And there will be a section eventually on Discord too, where we can discuss resources like YouTube channels and books and tarot decks and just, things, crystals, place for resources that you guys can connect with each other, and I'll be involved as well, where we can all just hang out and share the love, share the knowledge, share the wealth. And eventually there's that ding 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 from spirit. I'm going to turn that off so we don't hear that the whole time. And eventually as well, I've had so many people asking in the Q&A section just about my gifts, how I learned to read tarot, how I know what intuition feels like, all these things that I think eventually I will either be putting into either some sort of course or Patreon tier that's more in depth, I guess, where you'd have access to. And I think what we would do is we would start, say, with tarot deck. There are 78 cards in a tarot deck, and I think each week we would break down, starting at the very beginning with the Fool, and we would break down what does the Fool mean, like face value on the card. What can the Fool mean if you're using, Rider-Waite-Smith versus some, pip deck or something. Like, we would really just go in for a week and discuss, and I would share what I know and, just things that I've picked up intuitively about each card. Again, still that's in the planning stages, but I just thought I'd share with you guys just to see if that's even anything anyone's even interested in. But as it stands right now, Discord's definitely coming. I just need to read about how to get that connected. I already have the server built and ready to go. I just need to figure out how to connect that to the top Patreon tier. And then we will hit the race, off to the races with that one. But I don't know, do you guys kind of want to get a sneak peek of what the different tiers would include? Because I could give you guys that dirt right now if you want me to dish it out. I'm going to be going over it again during the launch party, but I have not discussed what is going to be included in each tier outside of maybe a little snippet here and there. I don't know. If you guys are interested in hearing that now, we can do that. Otherwise, we can just jump into the general reading and get on with the show. I don't know. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. Who wants to hear about Patreon tiers? That's not how you spell Patreon, Amanda. All right, we're starting a poll. Yes or no? Do you want to hear about it now, or just hold that off? The poll should be popping up any moment now. All right, take a drink of my water. Let you guys answer the poll. Oh, thank you so much, Vicky. I appreciate that. Cheyenne, yes, your gifts. Awesome. Cool. Well, so far we've got 100% votes for yes. Cool. All right. Well, there's only 10 of us here, and I'm not answering any of that. So I guess we will just roll into it. So let me open up my Patreon over here on my phone, just so we can get a glimpse of what's going on. Let me close out of this. What's this? Okay. Where are we? I want to see the tiers. Okay. Not these kind of tiers, but like tiers. Level tiers. Okay. So Quartz Cutie is the lowest tier, and for $5.55 a month, yeah, there it is, which is less than, let's see, let me break this down. Let me go to my calculator to see how much this would be per day. Okay, so clear, so 555, not that, 555 times 12 months divided by 365 days. So for 18 cents a day, you have access to the following. Let me go back to it. You will gain early and ad-free access to all of the YouTube, the pick a cards and stuff that I upload on the regular Done Creative channel. And also there will be included an exclusive Patreon weekly reading, which at the time of the launch, it's already up there and ready for you guys to click. And that will be exclusive to Patreon. That's not something I'm going to continue to do on my YouTube. I did weekly readings for a while, but uploading twice a week and one of them always being that weekly reading, the viewership really tanked on that. I think people really weren't that interested in it, but there were many of you that were very interested in it, my ride or dies. So I'm moving that over to the Patreon because I really love breaking down the energies of each week and really diving into that. So that's going to be available for the bottom tier. The next tier up, Magic Moldavite for $11.11 per month. Let's go. And I'm going to be rehashing this again during the launch party, but you guys are getting an early sneak peek just because I felt like talking about it today. So for $11.11, let's see, per month equals about 36.5 cents a day, 37 cents a day for access to the following. Everything that we've already talked about in the Quartz Cutie tier, plus we will have a spiritual topic live stream with or without guests. I've already got 6 different months worth of guests lined up, and these people are so excited to hop into this. I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're probably going to do at least one of those a month, if not 2 of those a month. And also, there will be exclusive pick-a-cards, like I will be doing, the first one that I'm filming is going to be the Mercury retrograde, Patreon only for this upcoming Mercury retrograde that starts at the end of September. We will do that one. I have a new spiritual gifts pick-a-card that will be exclusive over on Patreon as well. And those are coming this month. So you will have at least 2 exclusive pick-a-cards that you won't find on my channel. Of course, I'm still uploading on my channel as well, but these are exclusive to Patreon. And then you will also get voting power, voting on the future of things that go on Patreon, what pick-a-card you'd like to see next on both Patreon and YouTube. You get voting power and input into what I create next. Let's see. The free question mosh pit, I will be seeing about that. I'm not 100% sure. I might do, instead of the collective read, I might pull one card for everybody. Maybe I can do a poll for that as well. Voting power, yes. Okay. So that can all be yours for 37 cents a day, a little less than 37 cents a day. So the top tier, the granddaddy of them all, and we really go in with this top tier, the Mystic Meteorite for $22.22 per month, which equals, let's get the calculator out, how many cents a day or dollars a day? I know it's below dollars because it's only 22 a month. There's 31 days in a month. So let's go to 22 times 12 months divided by 365 days. So 73 cents a day for the top tier. We've got, let's see, everything we've already talked about, those amazing spiritual topics that we can't really talk about over here on YouTube because they're heavily censoring all of that. And everything else, all the exclusive pick-a-cards, everything we've already talked about is yours. Plus, for me, Mystic Meteorite. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Here it is, right here. Okay, so also, in addition to all of that, We get to have also live readings on unsolved mysteries or esoteric topics or unsolved crimes, unsolved mysteries, I said already, hidden knowledge, just things we want to know more about, like maybe readings about what Lemuria was like, or, you know, who killed this celebrity, diving into conspiracy theories. Probably shouldn't say that or I'm going to get censored here. But all that stuff you can't really talk about here. We're going to be talking about it over there. Also, you will get shouted out in my YouTube credits before my video starts or after. I'm pretty sure for pick a cards it's going to be before because nobody except pile 3 is around at the end. So I will put that at the beginning as I'm demonstrating what the reading will be about. You will see your name in the lights on the Done Creative YouTube channel. Also, you will be getting behind the scenes content of, you know, early access to, of course, everything we've already been doing or talking about, but I will just share with you like an office tour, just bring you with me during the day sometimes, like kind of vlog style, like spiritual writing and vlog style stuff that, and just checking in with you guys and just, you know, coming in and popping in and connecting with you guys. Also, you will have access to the complete post archive of everything I posted. I already have 114 videos posted for you guys over there. There's some backlog. So when you join, there's not going to be anything. It's not going to be an empty, like, tumbleweeds rolling through. Like, there's already stuff for you to engage with over there. So yay. And also, the Discord server will be included. If I will be getting that figured out hopefully by Monday, if not later in this coming week. It will be figured out, and that's what you're getting. So yeah, and there will be at least one, if not closer to 2 of those unsolved mystery readings where we really dive in. And these are live streams, so I will leave the link over on Patreon and then you guys can jump in. And I think eventually I will have it accessible where I can even bring those of you who have Zoom and want to join face-to-face during live streams. We will have that capability eventually. Again, got to figure out the technical side of this stuff because I'm new to a lot of it. Not new to Zoom, but new to having Zoom with a live stream and then having to be, or the power to bring more people on than just like my face-to-face readings that I do. So I'm really excited for all of this. It's going to force me to learn my camera because I need to get my camera for my live stream so it's not this kind of poor quality audio and video that I've been rocking with. It's going to force my hand because people are paying and they want that production value, right? So it's going to force me to finally do that. So that is kind of a breakdown of what we've got going on over there. You guys are the first to know. I have told no one else except the little teasers. And yes, there is, I don't know, maybe look around the the internet, for places I've posted recently and, you know, videos and stuff, because I have left some information and Easter eggs that, yeah, someone might benefit from. I don't know. I'll just leave it at that. Go search. You might find something. Okay, so where do you sign up? It will be when it's live over on patreon.com. And I just have the address, I think, as The Done Creative, all one word. So yeah, when that launches, that's where it will be. Yeah, I don't know if you search now, if it's available. It might be. I don't know. But anyway, yes, let's go ahead and find out if you guys would like me to do. I'll do another poll. We're polling today. Let's have some fun. Okay. One card read or okay. So I'm gonna just say we can either do a collective reading or a 1-card read. If you want the 1-card read, push yes. If you want a collective read, push no. 1-card read, push yes. Collective read, push no. And the winner of that will be what we do. So if 1-card read wins, we will go in with that. And these are going to be quick. I will show you the card, maybe give you like a 1-sentence response from my end and move it along so we can get into our daily reading list. Yes, which we've already got a decent list going. And we do have some more donations that have come in. We've got Jasui donating for 1 question. And then Keeper of Sacred Keys has also donated. So if Keeper of Sacred Keys could let us know who they are here in the chat. That would be amazing, so we can get your YouTube name on the list. And it got really blown out color for a second there. I apologize. Lighting is all over the place. But when I finally get my cam link figured out, I will then figure that out, and the lighting will be much more controlled than what you've been rocking over here with me. Okay, it looks like we've got 15 votes. We've got 17 people in the house, so I think I've given you plenty of time to get that going. So one card read has won by almost a landslide. So we're gonna roll with that. So if you would like me to pull you a card, put the word Lemuria, Lemuria. Put the word Lemuria. If you guys could see me now, look at this. I've got 5 Lemurian seed quartz crystals right in front of me to bring that beautiful thunder. So yes, and 2 of them are singing, 3 of them are not. These 2 are singing. They have that beautiful tone. And then one of them is a smoky. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, there you can tell. Smoky, not smoky. I got 1 smoky Lemurian, the rest are clear quartz. Okay. So it looks like you guys are already off to the races. I think that's like the 3rd time I've said that today. I'm just in a good mood. My cousin's gonna be here tonight. I get to see her. She is my don't tell. Oh no, I love Tanya. She's my favorite female cousin, and then I have a favorite male cousin who I won't name because I don't want to hurt. I have more male cousins anyway, but Tanya's my favorite, and I love her. And every time I'm with her and she's with me, we activate each other to just level up so much more. So I'm so excited to hang out with her. I think maybe I'm having dinner with her tonight. We haven't quite solidified the plans, but I'm excited. So I want to be off of here. I don't want to go more than 4 hours tonight, if not closer to 3.5, just so I can not feel rushed getting out the door and meeting her. So yes, let's dive into your 1 card reads. And wow, we've got a list going already. And it's funny because I think YouTube lies to me about the amount of people who are actually here, because when I do or call out for a 1 card read and tell you to put a word, there's more responses with that word than there are people watching. So I think YouTube's kind of a liar. And they took like when I started, or like an hour ago, I had 7 likes on my video. And then when I started the live stream, it was down to 2 likes. I don't think there were 5 people that went in and then took their like away. I don't know, maybe there were, but that's just weird to me that it always happens. But if you're here and you're hearing this, maybe put a like on the video. That'll help me in the algorithm. All right, I'm going to stop blabbering and get on with the show. Linda Haggerty is the first one to put the word Lemuria. Spirit grabbed. I didn't even know where I was going. I went right for this deck. This is the Angel Guide Oracle, still a new deck to me. I'm still kind of working with these decks to really get them into the family, bringing them into the family, if you will. They have just married the daughter, and now they are the new son-in-law that I'm bringing on deck. The Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray. I'm already loving this deck, though. So, all right, let's clear it and get in with Linda's question. Oh, I would love to come to Ireland. Oh, yeah. That's like bucket list item right there. My grandmother her parents were from County Kerry, Ireland. So that area, which I do believe, you would know better than I would, Vicky and Cheyenne, is kind of the southeast section of Ireland, which I don't even know. Is that a good section of Ireland or not? And I had ancestors in County Cork and Limerick, I think, if that's even a thing, that's coming to mind. Those are like family root places. But the most closest to my generation would be my grandmother's parents. My great-grandparents were from County Kerry. So yeah, I will have to figure that out later. But Linda's card is composure. So there's going to be something coming up for you, or just a reminder for you for the week ahead, Robin, that it's best if you don't just react to something that happens, but just kind of feel it for a second. If someone comes out at you lashing out and is kind of angry, don't take it like as a personal attack. I mean, yeah, when someone's like, whoa, what's going on there? It can be hard not to just be like, hey, get away from me, or react instantly. But this is you really feeling like, are these people attacking me because it's something I did, or are they in pain? Like really keeping your composure and really feeling your way through something before just instantly reacting. I think that's going to be really important for you this week ahead, Linda. And it could be something simple as, a spouse or a friend or someone snapping at you. They're just having a bad day and they didn't really mean it. That's really how I'm reading that. So Jaden wants a card. Here is Jaden's card. Take a step back. So there's something, to me, this feels like social stuff or being like maybe social media, hanging out. Like if you've been out and about a lot, really busy with other people's energy, this is saying just take a step back and kind of go introspective for a moment. That would really help you really know your next steps, especially if you're kind of confused as to what to do next or where to go. So Vicky, you also have take a step back. So everything I just said for Jaden really does apply to you as well. And to me, this feels more like social media. I think the people in your immediate vicinity, they feel decent to me, but it's like social media, just taking on too much news and anxiety and just stress of the outside world. So be mindful of that this coming week, Vicky. Robin wants a card. All right, Robin's card is opportunity and change. So there is also an opportunity to make a big change. This could look like something that has already been on your radar, but like you're just now finally saying, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do that thing. And this is a good change and a good opportunity. Beautiful energy right there for you, Robin. All right, Michelle Lynn. And if I read these out of order, just hold off from putting another Lemuria till the end. If I did skip you or somehow didn't register that you had put Lemuria, I'll do one more call out. Okay, so Michelle Lynn, you have honesty and communication. And I'm actually hearing this is you being honest with yourself and communicating with spirit rather than like your mundane 3D world. And we have some other donations coming in, which I will let Ethan know when we're all wrapped up here. But yes, Michelle Lynn, honest with yourself, communication with spirit is really going to be on point this week. All right, Ethan wants a card. Whoa, it flew right out into my lap. Clear, cancel, and release. So this is an energetic cleansing. This is canceling energy that you know is not good for you. I don't think you're canceling people from your life, but this is just other people's opinions, drama, gossip, just stuff you don't agree with. You don't have to subscribe to that, so to speak. You can cancel that subscription and just be on your merry way. But keeping your energy clear, having grounding crystals with you would really help. And releasing any emotions that come up, not trying to push those away because they're coming up so you can heal them, and deal with them, right? All right. So Lindsay Graves. All right. We have here Angelic Protection. So you have your spirit team all around you, those guardian angels, guides, ascended masters even. I see Archangel Michael, and I just heard also Archangel Zadkiel. If you don't know who these power players are in the spirit realm, you can look that up, or whatever resonates for you. If you have a dominant guide that you can feel that protection this week, Lindsay, just know they are with you, protecting you. All right. All right, so Keeper of Sacred Keys wants a card. All right, we have here Surrender. And to me, they're telling me to go ahead and pull a surrender card for you as well. So looks like Keeper of Sacred Keys gets 2 cards. Lucky duck. What is it you're being asked to surrender? Let's ask that. You're being asked to surrender to your intuition. And it says, tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. That's powerful. Wow. So surrender to your own intuition and know that it knows better than your ego mind or your rational mind. Know that. Okay. So Cheyenne wants a card. Right, we've got here composure as well. For this feels to me like you are, I just heard like fake it till you make it. So it's almost like you are putting yourself into a future self version's shoes, basically, and really asking yourself questions from that future version of you's standpoint. Like, does this feel good to do this? Does this feel bad to do this? What feels good for me? And also eating right this week, really buckling down on what you're consuming, not just with your mouth and drinks, but also like with your eyes. What is it you're consuming? Okay, Katie R wants a card. All right, angelic protection as well. This might be a collective energy. It's the second time we've gotten this, but your spirit team is very close at hand. And because of this, call on your guides, angels, anyone who's passed away that you want to be in communication with, call on them. They will come to you in your dreams, in your meditations, and also just through your own thoughts, especially if those thoughts kind of almost feel intrusive to like the line of thinking you were on. It's going to be interesting. You're going to have some really cool spirit communication also through like animal symbolism or like nature. So get out in nature to really reap the biggest, most beautiful benefits of what this card is offering you. Katie R. All right, Jessica Lynn wants a card. We have your divine timing. So there's something happening this week for you that is very divinely timed. This is, just grand orchestra of spirit really showing up at the right place at the right time and really delivering something that you've been really wanting to manifest or something you've been wanting to experience, Jessica. All right. Pika Lee wants a card. All right. We have here do the work. And this to me feels like inner work. You've been doing a lot of external work and work at your job, work with your friendships and stuff. To me, this feels like that higher heart chakra. You may have had some weird feelings, tight chest, heart palpitations, stuff going on. Heart chakra is down here, but this is where this is really illuminated in this deck. And higher heart chakra, I think we've talked enough that you've been involved enough to know what that is. Also that mouth of God chakra, these two are connected. And today, this is interesting. Today, before I even got out of bed today, I had these really weird heart palpitations. And then it made me cough. Like it went up. It was the weird, like beating, skipping of beats. And then it went up into my throat and made me cough. So really, the higher heart, throat, and then that mouth of God or zeal chakra, they're really on point for you or really illuminated this week. So really pay attention to what your body needs as well. All right, these flipped. Who's next? All right, Brandy Lynn. Yes, those quartzes. You know what's up. Brandy Lynn. All right. We've got Michelle Lynn. We've got Jessica Lynn. And we've got Brandy Lynn in the house. All right. But Brandy Lynn, sacred plan. So there is this point coming up for you in the next few days to a week that is part of your sacred destiny or the plan that your soul has illuminated. If you don't have anything big coming up this week, then this could just even be like a faded exchange with a neighbor or, someone at the grocery store that you were just meant to have this happen. But to me, this feels like it's something that's long-term. And this was put in your sacred plan or your soul contract before you even incarnated. So be on the lookout for some big new excitement in your life. All right. You have yours near you too. Oh, it really jumped. Let me go back. I'm really behind. I need to speed it up. A necklace and 2 crystals. I love that. All right. Yeah, we've got quite the list going over here on donations as well. So I will get the correct order of the list for you very soon, Ethan. Yeah, YouTube is a big liar. Love that you just bought that deck. I love it. Hoping to go to Ireland next May. Oh, that would be so fun. Oh, I'm just catching up on chat as I get through here. Talk to angels today and come to Wicklow or Dublin too. Yes, Limerick and Cork and Kerry are nice. Awesome. Good to know I come from some cool roots. Oh, you're so welcome. Comment in Lemuria, but it's lost now. I mean, what? Okay. Well, we're gonna get you on the flippity flip here, Ankita. All right, Ankita's card, clear, cancel, and release. So this is an energetic cleansing, clearing anything, canceling anything that does not serve you anymore and releasing it. Not, canceling it and then ruminating on it later, but actually feeling through it. If it makes you angry, feel angry. If it makes you sad, feel sad. If it makes you happy, feel happy. Whatever's coming in, but clear, cancel, and release anything that is insulting your soul. And this could even be habits, bad habits, staying up too late, drinking too many cups of coffee, scrolling social media for too many days, too many hours in a row. You know what's best. Use your intuition, Ankita. Okay. Vicky, oh, I love that. You have some book with the word Bray on it. You showed, oh yeah, Carnival at Bray. Yeah, and actually Kurt Cobain is mentioned in that book. But in the book, they actually go to like a Nirvana concert, one of the last few that he had. In my book, there's also a Nirvana concert, but that's still TBD when that's published. Yeah, that's by Jessie Ann Foley. She's an amazing writer. I love that book. I got chills now. Kurt's here. Kurt's here, everybody. You just mention his name or say the word Nirvana, and there he is. Rita S wants a card. Lemuria. All right. We've got here. Wow, this is such a collective energy. Composure once again. So Rita S, when someone's coming at you or before you just react to something, really ask yourself, am I reacting this way because this is how I actually feel, or is this habit of reacting this way every time this thing happens? Really gaining your composure, keeping your composure, kind of keeping a poker face if other people are trying to come at you, bro, right? My kids always say that, come at me, bro. They probably don't even know what it means because like they're really decently nice to each other most of the time. All right. You've been hanging out with people. All right. Just Sandy wants a card. She's got her Lemuria up. Okay. Just Sandy says sacred plan. So again, there's some destiny coming for you this week, and this is good. This is fresh new energy. Yellow, that's associated with that solar plexus chakra. That's your, self-worth, your value, your confidence. This is all really highlighted this week. And Sandy, if you have any citrine, this would be a power stone for you coming up this week with all that beautiful yellow. So wear it proud if you got it. Flaunt it if you got it, Sandy. Been trying to release opinions and emotions, so that was perfect. Thank you. You're so welcome. Absolutely. You're so welcome, Lindsay. Yes, Pika Lee, I love it. Speaking of eating right, I've lost 5 pounds after starting a new medicine for my PCOS. Well, that's amazing. You're so welcome, Katie R. Let's see. Oh, it jumped. Let me go back up. Okay, we're getting to the bottom of this pile here. Okay. So if I skipped anyone, now's your chance to put Lemuria, and I will draw you a card. Heart palpitation been hitting me so much this week. Yeah, that again I think is a collective energy. I really do. Well done catching mine. Yes. You are so welcome, Ethan. Is it bad you can barely remember your dreams? No, actually it's not, because that's all recorded in the subconscious or the Akashic records. So yeah, it's like I sometimes beat myself up like, man, I put the intention to remember, and like I get like I'll grasp like a little hint of something that happened last night or whatever night, and I'll grab it. I'm like, okay, I'm remembering, and then it just floats on by. I'm like, why? But it's there. It's all in there. It's all around. It's recorded. It's recorded, just like these beautiful lines and grids on these Lemurian quartzes, those step ladders of amazingness. And then this one I got this week. Yeah, I know I was supposed to stop buying crystals, but they continued their sale. And this was only like $12, I want to say. So I didn't feel too bad. But these, I don't know if you can see these kind of little like inclusions. Do you see those? Look at those bubbly looking inclusions in that. I am obsessed. Like I could just sit here and stare at this and meditate and like download information. All right. So you're so welcome, Brandy. Absolutely. Let me just make sure because it skipped again. So let me go back up. Okay. Kirsten wants a card. Let's get one for Kirsten. Oop. Here we are. Grab it. Okay. Blessings and abundance are coming your way. That is beautiful. And on the back of the deck, it's facing me. So listen deeply. To me, this does feel like blessings and abundance from spirit. So it might not look like, oh, I found $20 on the side of the road. Although, I mean, that could still come in that way. But to me, this feels like blessings from spirit. More access to your spiritual gifts, your spiritual sight, especially clairvoyance. It's really what I'm hearing. Okay. You're so welcome, Ankita. All right, Ethan feels the energy. You feel his energy too. Yes, Kurt. Should work on composure too. I feel this is a collective energy for sure. So Amber wants a card. Let's get one for Amber. You're so welcome, Rita. Amber's card. Wow, you got 2. So Amber, you've got friendship and union and honesty and communication. So in your instance, This is honesty and communication with those who are close to you, friends, family, your guides and angels. You're just honestly communicating from your authentic core this week, and it's beautiful. It's going to help you feel more connected to those in your life, even if it's scary for you to share your truth. I have a feeling that most people are going to graciously accept it and then also share a little bit of their truth with you. So it's a mutually beneficial exchange. Hypersensitive Ethan, so composure is hard for me because I feel ungrounded most times. Oh, same, Cheyenne. Tracy, baby. Oh, sorry, Tracy. I need to like drill that in my head. Tracy, beautiful Tracy. We've got here Guardian Angel, and I don't know if you have a guide that looks a lot like this because I can really feel her presence. She is like a mama bear where you're concerned. She wants to protect you and love you and take care of you. This could even be, this to me feels like an aunt or great aunt, maybe a grandmother, that kind of energy. It's slightly removed from grandmother. So if you do have a grandmother that passed away that you weren't that close to, it could be her. Otherwise, this feels like an aunt, a great aunt, or just someone who was very close to you that passed away that is now kind of acting as like a guide or guardian angel to you. And she's just saying, she's got that like hip, like hand up on her hip, like I would do anything to protect my Tracy. Yes. All right. Lindsay, me too. I did deep breathing throughout the day. Yeah, I think that's the thing with a lot of empaths. It's just hard. It's hard to keep the composure sometimes. 100%. You went to a giant spiritual expo with over 100 vendors today. Oh, that sounds like so much fun. Oh, you got some new crystals. Oh, that could be your pregnancy. That's right, Kirsten. That's right. Absolutely, it could be. We're holding out hope that it will be, but we never know. Spirit's got their own agenda at times. Yeah, the heart chakra is such a theme right now. I'll tell you what. All right. So, you've been thinking you might be. Thank you. You're so welcome. Yeah, the illuminating hands, especially since it was in front of the heart. Yeah, absolutely. All right, Vicki Downey, we're hopping in with your question. We have made it. It's only 42 minutes into the live stream, but this list doesn't look too long. While Vicki's getting her question ready, I am actually going to let Ethan know the order. So as far as what Ethan has, list update, yes. So Vicki Downey, Cheyenne, Jessica R., which is that Jessica Lynn here in the chat. I'm not 100% sure. Michelle Lynn, Katie R., Jasui, for her brother Miguel, speedy recovery from accident. Oh no. Yeah, we'll get into that. Let's see. And then I lost my place. Oh, and then Keeper of Sacred Keys, then Pika Lee, then Just Sandy, then Kirsten. That's the order I've currently got. Okay. Yes, okay. So I don't know if you need me to repeat that back, but as far as the list you have, yeah, Ethan was in there as well. So after KDR was Ethan, Jasui, Keeper of Sacred Keys, Pika Lee, Just Sandy, Kirsten. I'm trying to not say your actual names, those of you who go by something else, because privacy, right? Okay. Okay, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Jasui, is it pronounced Josue, like that? Is that how you pronounce that name? I don't know. But is your question for Josue? Is that who you're giving your question to, Jasui? Okay, yeah, that list looks just like what I've got. So yay! Okay, and Vicki's got her question. May I please ask Spirit what is coming toward me in the month of September? Let's do it. Let's start with tarot. See what comes through for Vicki for the month of September. Ooh, Spirit's got two coming in hot. Wow, Three of Pentacles and Knight of Wands. So this is some collaborative effort. You're maybe even just having friendships with people, but pairing that up with the Knight of Wands. This to me feels like a passion project or something you're excited to do or talk about, but there's other people involved. This isn't just you thinking these things. This could be spirit involved, but I actually think this is excitement and inspiration that you're discussing at the very least with other people, if not actually making happen with other people, if that makes sense. Let's go to Moonology, Vicky, for the month of September. Anything else she needs to know? Yeah, look at the bigger picture. And it's interesting because a lot of times when the Three of Pentacles comes out, it's all about collaboration, but it's also about kind of taking on like the role of a page or a knight where you're kind of the apprentice to somebody, or you're learning something from someone who has more knowledge in that area than you do. And as you are still in this kind of beginner's mindset about something, just keep your mind open and look at the bigger picture. Don't get lost in the details of, oh no, I don't know anything yet. Keep that bigger picture of, yeah, I'm just starting out, but eventually I'm going to make it so much farther than I'm even giving myself credit for. So over the course of the month of September, Vicky, just make sure that you are looking at the bigger picture and not getting too lost in the details of what's going on around you, because it's easy to do. You are so welcome, Amber. Absolutely. All right, Vicky, for September, dreams. So pay attention to your dreams. And again, if you're having the same issue as Cheyenne is having, don't stress out or worry that, oh no, I didn't remember my dream. What if I don't remember it? It's still in there, remember? But I think you're going to have some very vivid dreams, some dreams that I'm going to encourage you to look up the meaning. I will put my own personal example out there. Last night I had a baby, literally had a baby. It's like I jumped in mid-dream, like I had already given birth to the baby. And he was like a darker skin tone baby than my two babies. So it was like the father was a different person, but like so weird, so random. But the baby, like he never opened his eyes. He was a newborn and he already had clothes on. But he smiled at me and he had all his teeth and they were just perfectly teeny tiny little baby teeth, perfectly pearly white. And that's weird because babies that young have 0 teeth. And I looked up what that means and I'm just mind blown. Like so many new opportunities, abundance, prosperity. And I'm just like, wow, starting something new, you know, the birth of a new baby, a baby boy specifically in my case. So you have a dream, especially one that really is profound. Like I woke up like, where's my son? I want my son. You know, you have those dreams. It's crazy though, because, you know, I will have these dreams maybe once or twice a year tops. Sometimes it'll be like 2 years between the time I have these dreams. But every time I wake up from having a dream that I had a baby, like I miss that baby for like a couple of weeks. Like, where's my baby? It's so weird, but there you go. So pay attention and then look up. If you have a dream dictionary, you can get them at your local library. You can look them up on Google, use your intuition, all of the above. I recommend all of the above just so you get a well-rounded way. But also psychic abilities as we're putting this back, Vicky. So your psychic abilities really are picked up, especially that clairvoyance, because having very vivid dreams is a sign that you are a clairvoyant person. Okay? Awesome. Looks like September is going to be a pretty spiritual month for you, but also exciting, and you're learning new things. You're collaborating with people. So this is amazing. Yay. Go, Vicky, go. All right, Cheyenne is next. My dear, go ahead and post your question. I think you had mentioned something about wanting to change it. So I will just let you, okay, may I ask Spirit for a September? Yes, we will do that, just like we did for your twin sister. Ooh. Yeah, Pika Lee had a baby dream too. That's so interesting. Wow, Cheyenne, Queen of Pentacles. So you really are stepping into this role of like nurturer or caretaker for what you have. Maybe you've been cleaning or purging, or maybe even investing in new like wardrobe pieces. I see you like picking out a shirt, or maybe you've really struggled to find the exact wardrobe that really fits your style. I think this month you're going to find, it could even be like in the greens and yellow tones, or even in golden tones. I love this combination. I'm obsessed currently with like that green that's in my new branding of my pictures, that shirt I'm wearing, that color of green, and like gold. I'm obsessed with that color scheme right now. And that's, to me, is like a very opulent, very beautiful and earth energy kind of color scheme. So I don't know if you've really been drawn to the green and yellows going on here, but green and yellow also associate with heart and solar plexus. So using your heart and giving yourself grace and loving yourself, and also doing it from that place of confidence rather than lack of confidence. That's what you're doing. Oh, you bought lovely new clothes and looking for more colors lately. Yeah, I, as a person, tend to go towards blacks and grays and navy blues. I mean, this is so dark, it looks black, but it's like a navy blue. Just because, fun fact, when you channel spirit, not everybody, but a lot of people I speak to, I know Lunar has the same problem. Sorry, Lunar, I'm calling you out. But I sweat profusely, and now I've got lint here. I swear I shaved today. I got lint here from my shirt. But I don't wear a lot of white or bright colors because when I sweat, you can see it instantly. So it's like medium vibes, am I right? But I've been trying to incorporate more colors and new styles, and even go back to styles that I really loved growing up, or, you know, kind of like through the high school into my early 20s kind of age. Wow. But yeah, you're really, it's a power move for you, this new wardrobe, because it's going to make you feel more confident, and in return you're going to bring in more abundance because you're feeling more confident. That raises your vibration, and then you're going to be vibrating higher and bringing in more abundance. We got 11 people and 11 likes on the video. All right, also we've got 3 more cards coming out for Cheyenne. What do we have here? Wow. So 6 of Cups. So like I was just talking, I sometimes miss like the style I used to have, and I'm bringing it back. So I think you're doing the same. This is nostalgia for the past, or maybe a way you once did your hair. You're like, maybe I should try that again. Or maybe different styles that you once wore, now you're trying them out again. But also just running into people from your past. You might be doing that in this September. Also the Lovers. So we could take this literally. It might mean literal. You might run into a lover who's kind of a soulmate, maybe even twin flame connection. But more generally, this could just be you making important life decisions that are going to have a lasting effect in your life. And it could even be healing. You're making a decision to heal from your past, from a loss in your past. And also, I love seeing this with the Queen of Pentacles. It's like you are making a plan. Again, he is not the fastest moving knight. In fact, he's the slowest moving knight, but he's also the most successful knight because he doesn't just charge in and all his energy just waxes and wanes right away. This is someone who can go the distance with their dreams to really create that stability and abundance. Even if that abundance doesn't all show up overnight, all the work you're putting into it will eventually come back around. So that's powerful. This is a big month for you. Gaining confidence, really feeling into that heart center. Those greens and golds, and those could be power colors for you. And 2 greens and golds that I've got near me are Moldavite and Citrine. So maybe that's a beautiful combination you could have. Or if you don't want to spare the expense, because those stones, real citrine can be a little pricey. And if you're going to get real citrine, I would recommend like Inner Vision crystals. Well, this one was on sale for only like $10.70. So really still affordable. But if you don't want to go and spare the expense of like $30+ for Moldavite, usually closer to the $100 mark for even a small piece like this, just looking at pictures of Moldavite and channeling that energy, you have access to that because it is a collective energy that you have access to. With any crystal, if you guys don't want to go blow like your whole paycheck on crystals, just look at, maybe make a Pinterest board, or, save pictures to your phone in a little folder that you can go and look at these beautiful high vibe crystals without having to buy them. You still have access to their energy. So that's like a little hot tip from me to you. Tracy donated. Thank you so much. All right, let me make sure no one else has. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, Kirsten and then Tracy. Okay, up next we've got Jessica R. Or was it Jessica Lynn? I'm not sure. So Jessica, dear, go ahead and post your question. Ooh, amethyst, fancy jasper, and clear quartz last week. That's amazing, yeah. And pairing all of those together, I think, is a cool combination. I love pairing any clear quartz with amethyst. It's like a power move for spiritual development for sure. Even smoky quartz with amethyst I found is very calming and grounding, yet very connected to spirit. So if you are someone who has amethyst and then you start flying up into the clouds, putting it with a smoky quartz will help ground that a little bit. At least that's what I have come to find out, just me, my own little trial and error with crystals. I don't think I've ever read that anywhere. It's just something I experienced. Starting a new career, any message from spirit? Yes. For some reason, they want to go to the fairy deck, so we're going to oblige. And then we will go back to tarot. I'm really loving pairing tarot and oracle up in the readings. I would either kind of do just all oracle and just a little bit of tarot, or all tarot. I like kind of mixing it up. All right. Slept 11 hours because they were under my pillow last night. Lovely. That's amazing. All right. Jessica Lynn, starting a new career. Any messages? Wow. Magical Gateway. I'm so glad I reached for this deck. This is such a powerful card. Wow, there is so much powerful energy coming in for all of you guys. I don't know if this is a collective thing or you guys are just hitting the jackpot or what. But it says here, it takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yes, that is your unknown, your new career. Yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. So this was the right move. Absolutely. 100% the best thing you could have done. And then on the back of the deck, we've got tree wisdom and abundance. So tree wisdom says this tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sound it makes. So I'm hearing like Native American flutes. So looking up native or spiritual flute music or flute with binaural beats, this could be really powerful for you to tap into realms higher and be able to bring more abundance through your new career. So prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. In fairyland and in human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. Wow. So there is abundance coming to you. Absolutely. Also wisdom. And just like this is like part of your life path, changing, shifting gears with this new career. This was meant to be. So let's get any further guidance for Jessica Lynn for the new career. Just like we were saying with Cheyenne, this is why I think it's so powerful when you don't just watch your reading, you even watch other people's readings, because so much of this is collective, you guys. It's crazy. But that Queen of Pentacles really settling into this role of somebody. I mean, look, she's got a freaking treasure chest next to her. Look at that. It's not just all pouring in overnight, though. That's what we need to remember. If you've already set yourself up and done a lot of work in the past, then absolutely could come pouring in. This could even look like some sort of sign-on bonus that's something really beautiful and exciting and unexpected even, or a raise coming in. But you're really feeling that like queendom, like you are feeling very royal, very taken care of by the universe, and just your hard work paying off. That's really what I see with this new career. So yeah, I mean, really, there's nothing so far that's standing out. Let's see if there's any obstacles or things to keep on awareness of, because we don't want it to all just be rainbows and roses and butterflies, right? Even though Spirit's saying it pretty much will be. But that's good. There may be someone you're working with. Oh, thank you so much, Hope. I appreciate that. There may be someone you're working with, a masculine energy that's very domineering. I want to say this is a man, but if it's not a man, then it's a woman who kind of takes on that more domineering or more masculine type of approach to the way they manage or supervise people. And I don't think you have anything to worry about with this person, but just they may speak very blunt about what they expect. And, if you just do what you're expected, of course, within reason, if it's in the job parameters, absolutely, you're going to be just fine. This person will see you as like the star student. And also Two of Cups. So this could positively impact your especially significant other relationship. If you don't have a significant other, that could be on the horizon. But at the very least, your close, intimate connections, this is going to positively impact them. And I think it's because you're bringing more of your just like swagger into all areas of life, because you're feeling really complete or accomplished in your job, and you're showing up better, like a better version of yourself in even your love life or, you know, your friendships, your family relationships, and all the above. So yes, I think this is good confirmation for you. You are so taken care of right here, and you are so welcome. Yeah, beautiful reading. We're 3 for 3 already with some amazing energy coming in for everybody. Yay! So Michelle Lynn, can I please get any message for my future soulmate and signs I will see before meeting him? I think we'll meet through either old or new friends. Okay, I like that. Let's find out. Let's go to tarot. I think that's one that does the best job of really fleecing out all of this, you know, the nuances of things. Okay, what's going on? Yeah, wow. You might even meet through a family member or a friend that feels like a family member with this 10 of Cups, but ultimately your relationship will feel very 10 of Cups. Emotional stability, financial stability, just stability. I mean, it's beautiful, but emotionally connected as well. There's your water. There's your water right there. Let's see. Yeah, this to me feels like close relationships. And it's interesting because there's a husband, wife, and I think that's a daughter and then a baby. But there's 10 cups set out. So it's like they're expecting company. They're expecting guests to come join them. So to me, this does feel like that confirmation that you will meet this person through those you love or those you really connect to. What else for Michelle Lynn's future soulmate and signs? Okay. Wow. Hermit. So this person is going to come to you after a time of you just going within and kind of just getting selfish with the amount of time you give other people, which kind of flies in the face of, you know, hanging out with friends and family. But I think this is you really getting in tune with yourself, because you're going to want to know who you are, like on a deeper level than you do now, before this soulmate comes along, so that you can really lean into that authentic part of yourself and really show up in that relationship as the truest form of yourself that you can. So this is you learning about yourself, really diving into your personality, your birth chart, you know, your soul, what lights your soul on fire, and going after those things, and also coming back home, journaling, introspecting of all the things that are going on in your life. That's when you're going to be able, but even if they're in hermit mode themselves, I hope Spirit can help bring people toward me. They will. Look, they definitely will. Yes, absolutely. And it might come as a result of you changing jobs. I really do think that you're going to be able to know what's next for you. What's next for you after changing jobs. It's like right now, it's almost like the waters may be a little muddy, like you don't know exactly what way to go, what's the next step. But once you just take a step, even if it's not going to be the end all be all of where you're going, just you having faith in the universe by taking any step, even if that step feels like, well, I don't really know what I'm doing, I'll just take a step, you know, like interesting. They're like signing up for like dental hygienist school. It's like you sign up for that, and it's as a result of you putting that action in. Even if you don't become a dental hygienist, it's like you just putting the intention to do something. Spirit will then illuminate what really is meant for you. It doesn't have to be dental hygienist school. Yeah, because you're moving on from the job you're currently in. So you're going to be out of this job you're currently in into a new job and have a transitionary phase where you're really tuned into yourself before this soulmate comes along. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, you're moving into something. And also, this could be, you know, this is my internet card, that's 6 of Swords. So meeting this person online, or maybe your friends put you together or set you up, but then you do a lot of communicating online at the beginning of the relationship. And this could even be like short distance travel. So they might live a town over or something like that. Not like long distances, but like decently short distance. Because with the 6 of Swords, for some reason, I always associate it with the 3rd house. I don't know if it's because it's the internet and media, which is very 3rd house thing. But that's what I see. And 3rd house is also siblings. So you might meet this person through your siblings as well. And they may also have moon in the 3rd house. Or the 6th house, 6 of Swords. 3rd or 6th house moon. This person might have. All right. Going to a barbecue in 2 weeks with family and my brother's friends, maybe. Yeah, you might be. Let's just pull a card on this barbecue. What's going on here? Wow, the Magician. The power's in your hands. Whatever goes on, wherever you go, there you are. You're the one in control of this thing ultimately. Like this to me feels like your higher self. Your higher self really ultimately is the one in control of this union. And when it will happen, how and where and all the things. But putting yourself out there by going to this barbecue really will help you. But I think when you do meet this person, you will feel like you are in a very introspective time in your life. Okay. Amazing. It's coming in hot. Could be one of the brother's friends. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that picnic was at the beginning of that, and you were talking about this barbecue. Barbecue, picnic, very similar vibe, right? Wow, that's kind of freaky in a good way. that card really laid that out before you even divulged about this barbecue. Wow, cool. Up next, we've got Katie R. She's already got her question out. Would like a career reading, please. This week was a bit discouraging. I've been putting in 110% at work and adhering to company rules, but it's like my efforts aren't being reflected back in my productivity scores. I'm frustrated because I'm usually able to do well at whatever I set my mind to in terms of work. Woo, Spirit's already delivering some hot tips for you, Katie. They're saying to me, are you doing these things to just try to please and impress other people? Or are you doing these things, this effort, this 110 that you're putting in? Are you doing this from a place of, hey, notice me, I promise I'm the one you want? Or are you doing this from a place of authenticity? Because there's a difference. When you come at it from that authenticity, people have no choice but to recognize that. But because it almost feels to me like you're jumping through all these hoops, bending over backwards, and nothing's happening as a result, it's because your heart's just not in it in some way. That's really what they're showing me to get us going here. But let's go to the tarot and find out what else is going on with this. Katie R. jumping through hoops, putting in 110%, and efforts aren't being reflected in her productivity scores. Okay. Wow. Yeah. And that's exactly what we've got going on here. Look, so the number 5, so we've got temperance, which is all about balancing things out. And the number 5 is an unbalanced energy because there's 2 on one side, 3 on another. But look, what has spilled? This is you fixating on no one ever recognizes how hard I work. But your authenticity is right up here, and you can evenly split that. You can keep some for yourself and give some to others. And it's an even exchange. You're getting in what you put out rather than you fixating on everything that hasn't gone wrong. When you can really go within and do a little bit of soul searching, and even if you do pull back and only do 80% instead of 110, it's like somehow, some way that trips the system, and these people subconsciously pick up on that and like, oh wow, I'm really noticing what you're doing. Even if it's less than you're doing now, it's just you putting your authenticity behind it and doing what you want, if that makes sense. But it's all about loving yourself, giving yourself grace, not running yourself into the ground trying to prove to others that you're worthy of something, because you already are. Let's just put that out there. You already are worthy and deserve, raises and bonuses. And like you already know, and I know, and Spirit knows, you deserve more than what you're paid at this work for the amount of work and effort and dedication, blood, sweat, and tears that you put into your role at work. You deserve so much more than you're actually paid. And that discouraging energy might actually be divinely guided, divinely inspired to push you out of your comfort zone, to help you to stop looking at, well, they'll never focus on me, I guess I'll just have to settle for this, when maybe a dream job or something better is up here ready for you. And it's not even out of reach. That's the crazy thing here. It's not even out of her reach. She just has to stand up, turn around, and grab it. So I think they're showing me December. By December, oh wow, this is interesting. I'm just seeing this through my camera here. These 3 cups that have spilt, it's like the liquid that has drained out of that. It's like, almost reminds me of 3 bodies that souls have left the body. And those souls are now balloons hovering over, like spirit watching over you. So there may even be 3 prominent people from your life that have passed away already, that are really, they have your back and they just want you to notice. Just, look up and reach. It's right there. So there's something better. It's like this job you're at, you're settling. So breaking, or, you know, splitting the difference between what you want to put in and what you're actually getting out, you can actually put in less effort if you're authentic and excited about it than, you know, someone who's just doing everything they can, working their fingers to the bone to try to prove it to someone else, but yet it means nothing to you. You know what I mean? What am I trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say? Spirit's like, preach, Amanda, but like, yeah, here comes spirit. Major chills. Yeah, and this might have to do with a grandfather that has passed. I don't know if it's grandfather, great grandfather. They always just show up kind of as ancestor energy. A grandfather that has passed, where he worked his fingers to the bone and really didn't have anything to show for it at the end of his life. Like, he worked and worked and worked hard, but he never was true to his authentic. Well, like, maybe he whittled. Like, they're showing me like him whittling, like making little trinkets or something with wood, or, you know, using his knife to make something, or, you know, working with his hands in some way. And like, that was where his passion was, but he couldn't, it's like that wouldn't pay the bills back then. Okay, your grandpa's helping you with this. Yes, with the balloons. Oh, he's one of these three, and he's standing to me as this golden balloon right there. So there are two other. This to me feels masculine. These to me feel feminine. Two feminines, one masculine on the other side that are working with you. Work smarter, not harder, is what your grandpa just said. Work smarter, not harder. And the more you can lean into that authenticity, even if you have to work a job, you know, to get you by, while you're then putting your beautiful authenticity and excitement into something else, you can do that until you can balance your income with the new thing, and then completely surpass the income you were getting from this place that sucks your soul and doesn't really provide for you what you deserve. Yes. Been asking my grandpa to help me with this. He was a gunsmith and very hard worker. Yes, I can feel like he's showing me his hands all like bent up, like calluses and like hangnails and cracks, like blood, like he worked hard. And he may have had passion and joy in what he did, but it's like the way he had to do it. Maybe if he worked for some sort of company or something, or the people that came to him, like he felt like it sucked his soul. Maybe he enjoyed the work itself, but the way he had to, you know, the politics involved with doing the work is what sucked his soul, is really what he's showing me. Not literally, but kind of, you know what I'm saying. All right, so I hope that helped. I think there's just a new direction you're being asked to look in. Or, you know, set that settling energy. You don't have to settle just because, you know, well, I have the job. It's just easy to show up every day. No, there's something better for you that won't feel like you're giving more of yourself than you should, for sure. So Ethan's next, and then Josue, I think Jasui's question for I'll have to have Jasui figure out if I'm saying that right or what. That was amazing reading, man. I'm bawling right now. Aw. Well, you got this. Your grandpa's saying watch it 3 more times, and it'll really hit home for you. I think you just needed that message. I think you needed to hear from him that you asking him for help, he actually is there. He actually is helping you. Absolutely, he is. Yes. Okay, no worries, Ethan. And then, let me see here. So after Ethan on deck, we've got Jasui's question for her brother, or Josue. Again, not sure if I'm saying that right, even. And then Keeper of Sacred Keys will be on deck after that. And then Pika-Lee. And then just Sandy, and then Kirsten, and then Tracy. So we're really trucking through. We're doing a great job. I'm proud of me. I'm not getting lost in the details today. Right. So we'll give Ethan a minute to get his question there. I've been dealing with a lot of fear and anxiety regarding my relationship with Christian throughout this week. He's done nothing bad to me, but I fear losing him. Okay. So I'm going to just start pulling cards because Spirit already knows your question, but we'll gear these toward what you're writing as well. But let's just feel into this energy that Ethan's going through right now. Yeah, there's that moon, the illusion. The fear is the illusion, false evidence appearing real. It's not real. It's false. It's illusion. So your fear surrounding losing him, that anxiety, that fear, it's not real, but it feels very real because you can feel it in your body. Like I can almost feel like the very shallow, quick breaths that you're taking, kind of even crumpling in on yourself, like hunched back, bad posture. Like that's what this is doing to you. I'm really feeling it. Anything I can do to help deal with this, I need to feel my way through this. Yes, feel your way through it. Allow what needs to come and then release it. Posture. For some reason, your posture has a lot to do with allowing the energy to run through. Because if we're all just hunched over, it's like energy is harder for it to just up and down, up and down. It's harder to navigate through. So watching your posture these next few days to weeks, these fears are my man leaving me, my man becoming transgender. I say this because I only want to be with a man since I'm gay. Absolutely. Could this be my ego getting in the way when shouldn't be fearing anything at all? Well, already, yeah, illusion. This is illusion. This is not anything you actually have to worry about. Yeah, it's just about balancing that energy out, allowing yourself to feel it because it's very real while you feel it, right? Even if it's not really going to happen, it feels real. And it is real because it's in your reality right now, right? But you feeling yourself through it and realizing it is an illusion. It isn't real. And then also the other flip side of the moon card is tapping in your intuition, asking your body. Of course, when our thoughts run away with us, our body then reacts. We get the bad posture and the shallow, quick breathing and all that. Oh, that's why you feel that way. The ex-boyfriend wanted to transition to a girl. Yeah, I think you're going to be able to balance this all out. This moon energy is not going to run away with you. You're going to feel more in control of how this makes you feel. And I really don't see this as something that Christian's wanting to do, this transition at all. Like he doesn't know it yet, but like he's happy being the masculine energy that he is with a beautiful dose of divine feminine energy in there. He likes being in a masculine body. Let's see. What else is going on for Ethan? Yeah, death and the 5 of Swords. This is you. Wow. And the Tower and the Devil. Wow. Yeah, these all flopped out together. And look at these 3 major arcanas here. These are all energies. This is happening because this is a shift of paradigm. This is a total shift. The moon is your mind, right? In astrology, the moon represents your mind. And of course, when you pair that up with the moon of the tarot, illusions can be found there. Also intuition. But what I see here with the death and the Tower, these thoughts are coming up so you can overcome them. So this isn't trying to bypass this, like, oh no, it's not true anyway. Amanda told me it's just fear, so no worries. And then just trying to move on. That's not going to get you to the other side of this. So really feeling into it. And almost, this sounds counterproductive, but almost just feeling like, okay, if Christian told me tomorrow he wants to become a woman, let me feel in my body what that feels like. Am I repulsed? Am I mad? Am I sad? Am I, whatever emotion, and allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to feel it because that is the Tower. You feeling it and letting it crumble to the ground. Because after that death and Tower combined, there's a rebirth energy. Because the Devil, that's all about the mind. And I just heard the devil's in the details of you just ruminating over and over about things that aren't actually true. And then you start projecting those fears or worries onto Christian, maybe even just subconsciously, but he's going to pick up on them and then start retreating. That alone could be a fear of yours. Like you were saying, my man could leave, yes. But you could actually manifest that into happening if you keep, these fears at the forefront of your mind. So this is happening so you can avoid that fate of losing your man because of unfounded worries or illusions or fear, false evidence appearing real. Because that 5 of Swords is like, pairing that up with the Devil even. This is you winning, but at what cost? It's like facing this perfect storm of everything that's brewing here. Facing that Tower and death energy, facing your deepest fears. These could be deep-rooted fears from past lives of maybe Christian left you in a past life. That could be. But you're facing these fears so that you can overcome. Because look what we've got. Look what else, because this whole thing flopped out together. What we've got is the Ace of Swords. This is you cutting through that illusion. This is gaining clarity and having a new beginning in your mind about what this actually means. Clearing that. Cutting right through it. That Ace of Swords is the sword of Archangel Michael, cutting through the BS or the belief system or the bullish, if you will, cutting right through it. You're not believing it anymore. And then you're embodying more this beautiful Queen of Wands energy, or sorry, Queen of Swords energy of speaking your truth, knowing what feels true when your mind is going a mile a minute, like, oh no, what if? And this Queen of Swords took that Ace of Swords and it's cutting right through the BS, like, nah, I got this. I don't need to believe this. I know this to be true. So just facing that BS, those belief systems. And that's what you're being asked to do, is just to feel it, heal it, to deal with it and release. It's not going to be easy, because death and the devil and the tower and the Five of Swords all coming out together like that, that's heavy energy, but that's anxiety, that's depression, that's, worry. But really, it's unfounded, at least in this life. It could be stuff from past life that's kind of haunting you, so to speak. But this is for you to overcome, because look on the back of the deck as I put everything away. The Hanged Man, seeing things from a new perspective, a better perspective, releasing these chains of where you're currently at and moving through it. Balance, remember, balance and clarity. That's what you're gaining. That's the nice thing about the third dimension, that our thoughts don't manifest instantly, because if they did, boy, I think every single one of us would be dead by now, because we have all thought some pretty crazy things, right? So just realizing that if you can feel your way through this, allow yourself to feel whatever's coming through. You don't have to force it. Just anything that's coming through, allow yourself to feel it. You don't have to attach to it so far that you try to make it real. No. But just for under 4 or 5 minutes, pretend that's what's really here. And then, allow any emotions that come up through that, and then release it all. Say, that's not for me. Come back from whence you came. I rebuke you. That's not for me. And then you can counter that by imagining the two of you laughing together, both as males, right? And loving together and being together. That's how you do it. And that will bring you out. It'll help you. Again, even if it takes you longer than 5 minutes to do this, that's okay. Don't beat yourself up if it takes you 3 days to figure this out, or 3 weeks, or 3 months. But just don't go down that spiral so much that you manifest something into happening. You know what I mean? And I don't think you will, because I think this is coming up so that you can face it and move on. You're so welcome, Ethan. Absolutely. I know, I'd be in trouble as well. I mean, there are some things, especially the way that the main third dimensional timeline is going. It's going down a very dark path, and sometimes I forget that that's not the road I chose. I can see it playing out in the world right now, and that's scary. And a lot of times I'm like, oh no, what if? And then I look at my actual life. I'm like, none of this is happening in my community right now, right? It's not happening on my doorstep yet. So when it does, that's when I will then have to face it and take action, if it ever does. But in the meantime, I will, again, not spiritually bypass, because those feelings are coming up for a reason. Those feelings are coming up so that I can overcome them, right? But if I were just like, no, that won't happen to me, well, then guaranteed almost that it will happen to me. And then I'll be forced to face it from there, right? Yes, it was 3:22 my time. How cool. Yeah, you completely understand when to make this relationship work. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so Josue, if I'm saying that right, for Jasui can go ahead and post the question for the person, and we will get into that. Drink my water. Yeah, Ethan, you are young, but that doesn't matter, because you're an old soul. So yeah, you're young in this incarnation, but it's like you can understand and fathom things that maybe even 40, 50-year-olds in this life can't even fathom, because you've had so many lives and lessons throughout those lives that, I look at where you're at right now and where I was at 16. You're so much farther ahead of the game than I ever thought of being at 16. I was still in major denial of my gifts and trying to just be normal. It was hard. It was a hard time for me. I'm sure it's very hard for you as well, but in different ways. But, you know, that's the beauty of this whole thing. We're all here to learn different lessons, right? All right. So just Sui, and then Keeper of the Sacred Keys, Michelle Smith. That is true. Yes, yes. Do some crystal porn while we're waiting. The only kind of porn we watch here. We get that beautiful citrine. It's just sitting right here, so I just grab it. I also got a little. Let me shine it up. It's got my fingerprints all over it. I love this little guy though. I'm afraid though to wear it on me or in a pocket because it's so small that I don't want to lose it. It's a Herkimer diamond. See, it's got a little indentation, kind of inclusion thingies going on there. Very cool and geometric. I love it. I got a little one on my necklace too. I don't know, maybe I eventually should put this in a necklace so that I can wear it without feeling like I'm going to lose it every 5 seconds. And then I got the Moldavite Sandy gave me. This is just kind of almost like a permanent resident here on my live stream table. Because again, as it being broken, well, together it would have been too fragile to carry around, but as a broken, it's a little sharp, so I don't really want to put that in a bra or a pocket. But this is just a good thing to have near me while I'm live streaming, so that's what its kind of role is. And I have also the other one Sandy gave me in the pocket, the Agni Manatite. And then I love this energy of this stone so much, I had to go get me a big boy version of it. See how much bigger? I got the biggest one on their website. And for some reason, this is still relatively very cheap, even though it's such a rare and powerful, more powerful than Moldavite stone. I got this big boy on sale for $38 dollars. $38. But yeah, such powerful energy. And at first when I got this and this, it was just hard to keep near me for long because it's so powerful. Yeah, they love hanging out with me, either in my pocket. I have, let's see, 3 pieces of Moldavite and 3 pieces of Libyan desert glass and 1 prophecy stone all up in my bra right now. Yeah, that's a lot yeah, I'm always feeling myself up in public like this. People are like, wow, she's doing a self-breast check in public. Really? Wow, she's brave. No, I've got crystals, just making sure they're still there. Yeah, I'm a weird one. Let me find my prophecy stone. Here it is. Can you hear all those clanking together in there? Okay, it looks like a little hedgehog. He's so cute. Yeah, I don't know. I can't never remember. I know it's like underneath this stuff is like Herkimer, or not Herkimer, hematite, wrong H word. But these come in like little tubular shapes or kind of like spiky shapes. And the only place I've seen these actually for sale, because they're so rare, is on Inner Vision Crystals, which they still have a whole bunch of them on there. But this is heavy. It's very heavy. Like this and this are about this. Well, this is probably a little heavier because this is already a heavy glass. But for how small this is, it's actually very heavy. Have we heard from Jasui, or am I just sitting here flapping my gums, talking crystals? Give me a tangent and I'll take it. Okay, so I don't see Jasui. Did she mention she wouldn't be here? Because she had mentioned in the question something about her brother Miguel and an accident. But we've got the name Josue here, if I'm saying that right. Which I think is either her friend or brother. Oh, you put her on hold. Yeah, I think I'll do that. If we don't hear from her by the end, I will just read what she's got on PayPal and honor that. And then if she wanted to ask a different thing, there we go. I know I need to shut up about the crystals because I instill bad habits in everyone and go and spending money they don't want to spend. But they're like, interesting thing is they really are assets. You know, if you ever were in a pinch and had to sell, you know, say your Moldavite or something, it would be worth a lot more later on than it is now, because it's so rare and hard to find. It's just going to get more rare and hard to find as more people get turned on to it and want a piece or 50 for themselves, right? So you could eventually, if you had to, sell these crystals at a profit, sometimes a major profit, but I don't sell my friends. I love them. But if I had to, there they are. They would probably sacrifice themselves for whatever reason. Okay, thank you so much for posting your question, Michelle Smith. So what questions do I need to hear right now in relation to where I'm staying and when I'm going, please? Okay, messages for where she is staying right now, in relation to where she's staying now and when she's going. Okay. So for Michelle Smith, what messages does she need to hear right now in relation to where she is staying and when she is going? Okay. Wow, the Empress. So you really are going to be like a manifestation queen coming up. This is someone who's very stable and secure in where they are. So if you don't feel this now, this is in your future. This is new horizon for you, something new, new direction, new energy. This is very earthy kind of energy as well. Lots of fertility going on. She's pregnant, got lots of apple trees in the back there. So I don't know if that's hinting like at spring/summertime, which technically I think apples are still able to be harvested as we speak right now. But yeah, there's all these beautiful wildflowers that kind of remind me of springtime. I mean, if that seems like way too long to wait, then maybe the time frame's different. But Page of Pentacles. So all that earth energy I'm picking up here, it might take you a little longer than you're hoping, because earth energy does move the slowest of all of the different suits in the tarot. But the Page of Pentacles, this is somebody, sorry, I'm moving my crystal to a better location. Okay, there we go. This is someone who's ready to, you know, they took out their map, they're ready to start, they're ready to go on a new journey, go in a new direction, move to a new place. So where you're staying now, I think eventually you're finding a new place. If you don't already have like a place on radar, it's coming for you soon. But I think it's going to take you just a little bit longer to move than you're hoping. But let's see. Will this happen within the next, say, 3 months, Spirit? For Michelle Smith to be able to, where she's staying and when she's going. Will she be going within the next 3 months? Okay, again, Spirit's asking you to compromise. So if you do need to get out of where you're at right now, that might look like you moving somewhere kind of, again, temporarily, and then eventually into the spring, settling in a place that, not like settling like you're settling for something, but settling in to a new place. So if you have to leave where you're at now, or you're really desperate to get out of where you're at now, there might be like a halfway point, like a Spirit's like a halfway house, Amanda, really, because I said halfway point and then like halfway house. That's not what I mean, but almost like some place that you're just gonna move to get out of where you're at, and then eventually by around spring of next year finding something much better suited. If you can tough it out between now and next spring, that would be your compromise. So I see like 2 roads you could go to compromise. But you are moving, because this is a card of movement, moving from one place to another, leaving something behind that's not really serving your highest good anymore. And to me, the 6 of Swords, this does feel like the same area, because I always associate this card with the 3rd house, which is short distance travel. So you will be moving about a short distance away. Again, if this is within the next 3 months, it just might be that you're moving somewhere that's still not like your dream location, but like it's going to make do for the meantime. And then by next spring, you'll have something more exciting, more stable under your feet, if that makes sense. So let's just get one more word of advice for Michelle Smith. Oh, here it is. Yes, conclusions are within reach. And I always call this my 8 of Wands card, which is very fast moving energy. So even if you finding this place takes some time, once you find it, boom, it's going to happen quick. You're going to be out the door and into something new very quick. So again, it's going to take a hot minute to find, especially that kind of place you really do want to move and settle in. It might take a little longer than you're hoping, But long term, it's not that long. I mean, in the grand scheme of life, it's not that long. Okay? So maybe not exactly what you wanted to hear, but I think ultimately by next spring, you're going to find really good excitement, like freedom. I just heard freedom. You're going to have freedom to do what you want, to move and roam where you want to go. I don't know if where you're at currently has anything to do with restriction or like lockdowns or anything like that. And maybe just being able to move somewhere more feasible just isn't happening right now because there's nothing available. I don't know like your exact circumstance, but Spirit's showing me come springtime, things are like a breath of fresh air, like literally. So temporary and next place aligns. Spring is now in Australia. Okay, you're in Australia. So yeah, that would be not, 6 months from now, but like very soon. Because I think that would be this month, right? Yeah, I don't know. Take it as it resonates. How about that? I'm glad that lines up. Yes. Okay. Goosebumps on finding next place, and then it's quick. Yeah. You definitely will. So because it is spring in your area, I could actually interpret that slightly different than I did and say that it's not going to be, 6 months from now, but like soon. So be on the lookout. Put that intention out there. You just looking for places, like looking on your phone on, I don't know, places, websites you would go to look in Australia because I'm in the US. But looking there and putting that intention, okay, I'm trying to find a place that feels very stable and secure to me. And then Spirit will take it from there. All right, so Pika Lee already has her question ready. I've been thinking about my spiritual growth lately and have been feeling very at peace. Yes, girl. Also, my phone has been cutting in and out lately on calls and moving very slowly out of nowhere. Not sure if that is spirit interference. Spirit's laughing. They're like, that's your interference. That's your energy because you're bringing on more light, Pika Lee. You're bringing on more light, and as a result, that's interfering. My phone, I could throw this thing away and get a new phone. I'm still having problems. It's me. It's my energy. And since my Kundalini awakening, when I try to text, especially if I'm really excited about what I'm trying to text somebody, the left thumb just does not register on my phone. And I could really press hard, still wouldn't register. Although when I'm just kind of in a neutral state, it will register decent, but kind of skip every once in a while. It's kind of weird. I don't know if it has to do with that Kundalini energy running through my hands or what, but you're the one interfering with your phone. It's your higher vibration. I'm sure Spirit might have a little hand in that as well, but I think your vibration's really, really doing the thing. You've been seeing a lot of 2-2 and 3-3. Also, up to number 1, there's more. Is there an angel or spirit who is trying to communicate with me? Woke up at 2:33 a.m. and couldn't sleep for a while. Ended up meditating with my Lemurian, Moldavite, and Citrine. Yes. Okay, let's find out. And it's interesting. Before I even knew your question, I grabbed the Angels and Ancestors deck. So I think it's that ancestor energy coming in hot. Wow. But I think really soon you are going to be facing some fears, because track down fears and desires. Because when you can face your fears, it's then you have the room or the time to be able to focus on desires. But if we're so, wrapped up in fear, sorry, Piggy, I left my door open. Piggy's trying to get in. I'll be right back. He's still got his cough going on. All right, let me let him out real quick. I think he wants out. I'll be right back. Piggy, Okay, I opened the door. I thought I had it open before I started my live stream, but apparently not. Okay. You've been singing and got chills down my spine and back of my neck. So interesting that you said during my one card, there's a message, this angel spirit ancestor trying to communicate to me. Yes, I think so. And this has to do with facing fears. And then as a result of facing fears, you're really stepping into your dream life or desires. Let's see. And this guide, any messages from this guide? Wow, yes, it's that great grandmother kind of energy, that ancestor energy coming in. Wise one. Grow within your current situation. And that's what you're doing, really focusing and leaning into that spirituality and facing anything that comes up, and then being able to really face the beauty, the future that you're really wanting to make. But then you also have the sun. So enjoy success and happiness. So there's a lot of success and happiness coming for you very soon as a result of you maybe facing some deep fears, or just kind of that fear that things aren't moving quickly enough, that you're going to have the life you've always dreamed of, because everything's happening for you in divine timing. You're not missing out on anything. You're just really, I think, being asked right now to lean into your spirituality, and also, just focus on you. Focus on you for a while, because the rest of your life will be there. What else for Peekaboo? Right, yes, and Archangel Raphael is coming in hot with some healing energy as well. I'm helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You are a healer like me. And I think we've established before, Peekaboo, that you are someone who has a very healing presence, and probably that beautiful healing energy. Maybe that's a lot of that, shiver down your spine, as you're really aligning with, your healing path. Even if you're not working as a Reiki practitioner or anything like that, you're still putting that beautiful healing intention and energy into everything that you do. And also, we've got the Adriana card. I am leading you toward the answer to your prayer. Please listen to and follow the steps I'm communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. Yes, so you have some pretty powerful players in the spirit realm on deck, really wanting to help you manifest what your soul desires. And it's coming in hot. And also the Sonia card. It says, I am bringing you a message from your deceased loved one. I am happy, at peace, and I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. Wow, powerful. That ancestral energy is coming in hot for you. And I think, a lot of that ancestral stuff it's like it's coming full circle with just the way the world is, and, rights kind of being trampled on in a way, and just, what your ancestors went through and had to experience to get to where you are now with, the bigger freedoms that you have that they didn't have. And, really maybe even facing those ancestral fears of being taken advantage of, being told you can only do these things and not these things, and, not allowing you to have that open and freedom kind of energy in your future. But this is a future that you deserve and will get by facing those deep fears and then overcoming them. I think that is, again, a collective energy, because Ethan's dealing with that with Christian, and just, facing his deep fear of losing Christian, or, Christian wanting to transition to become a woman, which Ethan wants to be with a man. So these are fearful things. And maybe you've had some, stuff from ancestral stuff coming up that is asking you to face this so that you can move through it and be on the other side. That beautiful happiness. And also there's that beautiful owl with the moon above his head. So this is high intuition and wisdom coming online for you through this ancestor, helping you really tune in. Oh, wow, I love this message so much. I'm blown away. This is so powerful. I feel this so deeply. My freedom and independence is super important to me. Yes, absolutely it is. On the back deck, retreat and recharge. This is how you're going to work through these fears and know that freedom and independence is your future. Even if it's been your past, the thing going around the world and, all the things happening as a result of that are really making a lot of people question their freedom, their independence, their sovereignty in ways that we didn't think we'd have to face, because, this is the 21st century. Why would we have to face, being told what we can do or not do with our bodies, or, that we can only go in certain places if we do or don't do certain things that they're telling us we need to do, all of that stuff. So these are things we never thought we would have to face, yet here we are. It brings up a lot of stuff from ancestral traumas and wounds that we can then work through. All right. So I hope that resonated. Sounds like it did. So just Sandy, my dear, you are next. Go ahead and post your question. We'll get right into it for you. And Sandy said she had some of this for sale. Is that what you were saying you had for sale? Was the Agni Manatite? Or just crystals in general? Because I know you do a lot of jewelry and crystal sales. She has auctions once in a while on her channel as well. I got me, what did I get? I got a piece of coral. I don't know if it's still over here or, oh yeah, here it is. My son loves to play with this. But this is what I bought from Sandy over on one of her auctions. It's a piece of coral, fossilized coral. It's got some beautiful purple and kind of tan colored tones to it. I love it. Here's the back. I keep meaning to make this into some sort of necklace, but I just never do. I think it'll be pretty. But yes. All right. So whatever spirit has for Sandy. Okay. Where are we going, spirit? Anything coming up for Sandy? Anything spirit's got? All of it. Yeah, she's got all of it for sale. When's your next auction? Let us know. We'll have to check it out. She has auctions quite often. Ooh, Sandy. Yes. Okay, so I think you are doing some, facing of some of your maybe security and stability fears of your own, because we have the Four of Pentacles, which, this is someone who either has kind of a lack mentality surrounding money, or they have a lot of money, but they're afraid to spend it because what if no more comes in, kind of balancing what I spend and what comes in and what goes out, and, all the feelings surrounding that. But also coming out with that is the Ten of Pentacles. So this is spirit letting you know, Sandy, you are taken care of. There is more where that came from. Coming in hot. It just might sometimes look like an ebb and a flow, where sometimes you feel like, there's money coming out your ears, and other times it's like, wow, I better really buckle down because there's not much money coming in. I mean, I don't know if it's just the nature of your job, or this is something that maybe you grew up having to really watch what you spent, that's coming up for you to really process and move through. Just that feeling of security. Man, I should have closed the door because Piggy's back up. Piggy, can you go outside? He's fully in the room now. Hey, sir. Oh, sir. I wish we could get rid of that cough. We're trying yet another medication, see if that'll work for him. But because Piggy came in here, dogs are a symbol of loyalty. So maybe you sometimes feel that your loyalty, or people loyal to you, might result in what you can give them or what they can give you. And maybe you have, really struggled with that throughout life. But I don't think that's something you're struggling with now, but it just might still be something that might be kind of energetically haunting you. Like, well, these people are only my friends because of what I can give them, or maybe you're feeling you're giving too much to certain people in the past. This doesn't really feel like a future or even current energy, but if it is a current energy, this is not something you're dealing with in the future, because look, you've got that Ten of Pentacles. This is financial abundance and then some, being very well taken care of. All right. So what else do we have? First breath, beginner's mind. So just really, focusing on that limiting mind, limiting belief system, limiting mindset surrounding money. And, realizing that money is important, and, the material things are important, but it's not the end all be all of things, which I think you've already really learned that. But it's like you're learning new ways to, maybe even new ways to invest money or to make money. There's new ways of abundance coming to you that you haven't thought of quite yet. So this is still future energy too. Interesting. And it might even come as a result of a collaboration. So we got the number 21, which adds up to 3, which is all about collaboration. Mentoring someone, or you menteeing under a mentor, or maybe both. Now that I say that, you had mentioned something about you going and doing a channel with Ryan, who lives with you, your best friend. or he calls you his best friend anyway. That could be where this new abundance and money is coming from. I don't know if you guys are starting a podcast or it's like a video, like a channel, like a YouTube channel. But wow, jeweled web connectivity. Pairing that up with the 3 here, we've got a 32, which adds up to 5, which is all about changes, collaborations as well. Sometimes conflicting collaborations, but that can be good when it's like a brainstorm energy. That's good to have like kind of differences of opinion during collaboration because that brings more ideas. Sorry again about Walter. But you really are connecting a lot of people. To me, this could be you working online. Obviously, you do work online a great deal. It's not the end-all be-all of what you do, but it's a decent amount of what you do. There's a way you can expand. Sorry again. That loyalty being called into play once again. Let me get him out of here. Come on, Piggy. Where's your bone? Sit down here. Let's go get your bone. I'll be right back. We'll wrap up Sandy's reading. I apologize. Okay, I'm closing the door for good this time. I had to take him all the way out here, or outside. He was not having any of it. Whew, okay, here we are. And Sandy says she will be doing her auction Friday at 7 Central on her channel. The other donations, donate for 3 questions. Oh, see, I don't know. If I did, let me double check. Okay, yeah, I see that now. So we'll get you on the list. Oh, also Michelle Lynn has donated for 2 more as well. So after Tracy, we have got Michelle Lynn 2 and then Pika Lee 2 as well. I'm seeing that now. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate that. So let's wrap up Sandy's reading. We'll go here. What else does Sandy need to know? Spirit. Okay. All right, stand your ground. So this is you standing up. You know, if you are collaborating and you have an idea or you feel maybe like your idea isn't being heard or expressed, stand your ground because you have a great idea for something. And just even with your beliefs, like you feeling like, well, what if, and, you know, standing your ground with what you know to be actually true. You know, if you did grow up with like a limited mindset with money, you know, you might default to that even when things are going well, and you can just say, hey, no, look how good we're doing. And maybe even if you have to look at your bank account and say, okay, doing good, everything's good, that might help you. But also look inside yourself, because that's where your beautiful answers can be found. If you're confused or need help or, you know, just need anything, the answers are always found within. The best answers are found within. One more for Sandy. All right. Also breaking free of those limiting beliefs and standing your ground with love. That, yeah, maybe in the past that was the case, but it's not the case anymore. So there just might be some past issues or even past life, if this isn't pointing to anything you can point to, so to speak, surrounding your stability or your security. And, you know, all this talk about stability, security could have to do with your home. Because I know you had mentioned wanting to buy that place. I don't know if you've heard anything about it or were able to actually do that yet. But there is a new opportunity coming for you surrounding your security, your stability as well. Yeah, lots of fears and illusions are coming up to be dealt with so we can release them, break free from them, and look inside ourselves for the true answers. All right, Sandy, so I hope that resonated. There's really nothing here to worry about. I think a lot of it is just old stuff coming up for you to kind of give you that anxiety or stress about life, or maybe a circumstance that's going on that's kind of stressing you out right now, but long term, it's nothing to worry about. Right. Let me get all these out of the way. So up next, oops, yeah, that's what that is. So up next, we've got somebody, Kirsten. Kirsten's next. And then Tracy, and then Michelle Lynn ×2, and then Piggy ×2. And I got about 1 hour and 6 minutes left. If I want to keep it below 3 hours, I will probably not be able to do that, knowing me. But I definitely don't want to get too close to 6 o'clock my time. Just so when my cousin messages me, I will know what's going on with all of that. Okay. This goes here. Okay. So Kirsten wants to know, did I conceive this month? If not, when will I conceive? Okay, so did she conceive this month? Whoa, got a lot going on here. Let's see what came up. Okay, so, wow. So you are improving health. I know you had mentioned something about trying a new medication for the PCOS. So you are improving your health. Right now, though, I think this is not the right time, but there is a peaceful resolution for you within the next few weeks. So you will know or understand that divine timing is happening right now. So even if this time or the next time or whenever isn't the right time, I think divine time is definitely at play here. And within the next few weeks, I think you're going to really understand that. And you're going to come to this peaceful resolution that it's going to happen when it's going to happen. And we have a rainbow here. So I don't know if you have had any previous miscarriages. I know you had, I want to say it was back like in December. You had said something like a false positive. And as far as I know, just in my trying to conceive journey, really there's no such thing as a false positive. So it might have just been a chemical pregnancy or a very early loss. If you did get that positive test, most likely that was an actual baby touching down for just a moment. But there's a rainbow in your future. So rainbow baby is a baby that's had after a loss, many chemical pregnancies. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. So this is going to be your peaceful resolution, a rainbow baby. And I think we've established that already, that baby wants to come in. It's just a matter of when, right? But let's see, any word of advice or wisdom for Kirsten surrounding this pregnancy. Okay, yeah, wow, we have judgment. So there is more spiritual awakening that's happening for you and will happen for you before this baby decides to come through. This is awakening to the truth of life, the truth of some situation going on in your life, and maybe even judgments you have about yourself, about others, and even like karma. Karma can be associated at times with the judgment card as well, but there is music. So it's like music to your ears. Like what you're getting out of this is going to be music to your ears. This is something to celebrate. Eventually you will have that thing to celebrate, which would be your baby on the way, right? Let's see if we can tap into when this might be. Whew. Wow, 3 of Swords. So there's heartbreak here. This could be yet another breakup with your husband. That is the traditional meaning of this card is breakup, loss of a loved partner, right? Usually not to death, but like, breaking up of energy. Let's just see. So there might be one more breakup between the two of you before this happens. Yeah, there's that feeling left out in the cold energy that we always get with you when we start talking about your husband. So it's like heartbreak. I'll never get what I want while I'm with him. Feeling left out in the cold. But look, there's a child with her. So I think Spirit's confirming now. That was my ego checking in for just a minute. But Spirit's like, yeah, this child just definitely does not want to come in through his family line. And especially through his energy and like the energy of his father's line. So the last name that this child would carry, this soul, energetically speaking, wants nothing to do with that bloodline, wants nothing to do with that lineage or ancestry, because it's not in that soul's path to carry the karma. And it's a heavy burden of karma. I don't know what's gone on in this husband of yours, father's family side, but there's some major heavy energy that I don't know that at least like with what I know is coming through for you, the two beautiful souls that want to come through with you, they don't really want anything to do with that family line. And this has come up over and over and over in your readings surrounding your pregnancies and being able to have, your baby. And, the baby may have touched down for just a moment, like, okay, I kind of just want to get this done. Oh, cursed by black magic. Yeah, there's something, they're like lock and key, don't want anything to do with that. So I think, Spirit's saying, you're ultimately the one in control. And when you can really tune into your more spiritual gifts, more spiritual side, this is the High Priestess, really owning who you are on a soul level. Seeing through the illusion of, well, he is a good guy. He is a good guy. He might be in some ways, but then there's other ways he's not. Or at least not the right person for you to be able to bring what you want, ultimately that motherhood. He's not going to be the vessel through which these children, make it here. Energetically speaking. And I don't think either of these children that want to come through want him to be their father figure either. Even if you're doing in vitro or something and then he's still in the picture and then raising them, what they're showing me, they don't want to come in that way. So I think ultimately you are the one knowing you're in charge of when and how this pregnancy will come through. And it's you leaning into your more spiritual side, tuning into your spiritual gifts. And when you really realize who you are on that soul level, you will realize you don't deserve this or this anymore. And then you will ultimately make a new decision that on the back of the deck, you can't make this up. On the back of the deck, we've got the Ace of Cups, which is new love, new beginning, pregnancy, coupled with that pregnant Queen of Cups. Look at that. But it's going to be as a result of you overcoming this energy. Because I think it's just going to be when you stay with this husband, which is your ultimate right to do that. But you're just going to keep getting more of the same. The wheel energy is just going to keep coming around and coming around and coming around. But you're meant for so much more than this in this life. You're meant to have children. You're meant to become that beautiful spiritual high priestess. But on the back of the deck, the lovers, as I'm putting everything away, the lovers involves making a choice that's going to determine the rest of your life. And ultimately that could be, choice to stay, the choice to go. Because the choice to stay, I think you would be giving up a lot of what you want in this life. You'll be giving up that kind of motherhood role that you want to play. Or at least you're very severely limiting that role you could play as a mother by staying in this relationship. Because there's something and there's someone who wants to give you everything you deserve and more. Everything you want and more. But you're not going to get it through this relationship. Again, when Spirit delivers this kind of truth, I have to just say it because they see nothing else. And as I'm putting everything back of the deck, once again, that Three of Swords, it's like this is the cycle you're going to keep coming to. And then the cycle you're going to keep coming to until you decide with that Lovers, that High Priestess, that Queen of Cups, that you deserve better than this. Yeah, you deserve. And that Queen of Cups, her King of Cups would never emotionally abuse her in any way, shape, or form. He would rather slit his own wrist, for lack of a better depiction, than to hurt his beautiful queen. And that's what you deserve, is somebody who would rather hurt themselves than see you hurt in any way. He can't be nice because this is just what he's here to do. I think a big part of his incarnation is to be that catalyst to help you decide that you deserve better, you know? Not to say he's a completely horrible person. I don't believe that either. I can see, because there's a charm to him as well. And that's why you keep thinking, okay, I'll be different this time, I'll be different this time, I'll be different this time. But it's like Spirit's just kind of like, you know, you can stay in this as long as you want to and experience this as long as you want to. But if you want something new, it's like that definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. But if you start doing new things and, you know, embodying deeper, more beautiful versions of yourself that don't settle for anything less than what you deserve, that's when you're going to get what you want. So I hope that makes sense. And I'm sorry I couldn't deliver you better news, because I want this for you so badly, Kirsten. I do. You deserve this, and I can see how much Spirit wants to just deliver this to you on a silver platter. But, like, again, free will. You have the free will to choose him right now and moving forward. But, you know, Spirit's kind of, not to say you can't have what you want with him. It's just going to be much, much more difficult than if you did go out there and find and embody what you deserve. You know what I mean? Aww. Big hugs to Kirsten. Group hug, group hug, group hug. But you say my readings are always so helpful. So I'm glad. I'm glad that you're not feeling called out or attacked, because that's absolutely not what me and Spirit are trying to do here. We want what's best for you. And I just think he just ain't it, sis. He just ain't it. Not to say that you're not learning beautiful lessons and that on a soul level, he's not an amazing soul that signed up to kind of play the bad guy for you. Because I see that that's probably what's going on here. You guys are great friends on the other side. It's just, you know, there are soulmates in our lives that are meant for a season. There are soulmates that are meant for a lifetime. And I think he just might be a season soulmate. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can catch a break eventually when you decide to give yourself what you deserve. Because I think you still don't understand or believe that you deserve more than what you have. And you do. You really do. I think that's the hug emoji. I think so. If you're old, I'm older than you, I believe. Interesting. Yeah. I always use the crying, laughing emoji. And that's like the Gen Z's version of, you're old, Karen. You use that crying face emoji. I'm like, so what? I don't care. I can be old. I don't care. I'm definitely not what they call Karen, though. And I feel bad for anyone named Karen, that becomes the name that everyone calls that person, Karen. Every Karen I know is such a loving, amazing person. So, like, to me, it just doesn't resonate as calling Karen is a bad thing. I don't know. I know a lot of cool Karens, so yeah. Yeah, right? Like, what is that? It's fun. I don't know. I laugh so hard I cry almost all the time. So, like, that's my life. Like, that's my reality. So I'm using it in, you know, my correspondence. All right, Pika Lee, we've got your, sorry. It was Michelle Lynn, then Pika Lee. Yes. No, Tracy. Tracy's next. See, I'm already going off script here. Tracy, then Michelle Lynn ×2, then Pika Lee ×2. And then Josue, Jasui's friend or relative will be the one there. People dress up as Karens for Halloween last year. That's hilarious. I didn't see any of that in my area. But to each their own. That's kind of funny. But I do feel bad for anyone actually named Karen. That's not the Karen mentality. I'm too non-confrontational to ever be called a Karen. But I don't know that that's a good thing either. You know? I'm learning to speak up for myself more as time goes on. It's been something I've been struggling with since I was a kid. Yes, I'm intending this to be a hug. Yes, me too. Group hug for Kirsten. Yay. Okay, Tracy, you are next. And then Sheldon times 2. We're just cooking right on through. Hey, that rhymed. And then Lee times 2. That's the list that I've got. Current vibes. Tracy is next. Michelle Lynn times 2. Pika Lee times 2. Okay. Yes, I love all the love you guys give each other here. You guys, it's interesting. You know, we hang out so much together that we just become friends, and you know, we're already soul family. So like, the friends would be the next logical step in the third dimensional reality of all of this. Yes. All right. So Tracy, go ahead and post your question. And then Michelle Lynn, if you want to post your first question, if we don't hear from Tracy in the next minute or so, well, probably less, 30 seconds, then we'll jump into Michelle Lynn's first question. That's how we'll roll. I'm going to put some chapstick on. Because all this talking, it makes my lips dry. There we go. Much better. Okay. Hello, Jasmine Ridley. Welcome. Cool. That sounds good, Ethan. Thank you. Whoever is next, though, they're telling me to use this tarot deck this time, so I'm listening. So Michelle Lynn, I'd say go ahead and post your question. If Tracy posts it right before yours, we'll get into Tracy's question. Otherwise, we will get into Michelle Lynn's question. If we don't hear from either of them, then it's back to Pika Lee. Yes, you think all the souls on this channel have gone through so much garbage over the centuries, we can't help but have empathy for one another. Absolutely, right? All right, Michelle Lynn, is it possible to get a time frame for when I will feel less confused and clear about my next steps? I keep getting in readings to be honest with myself and that I will get communication from spirit for answers. I meditate because I enjoy it, but I never feel I get direct answers. Okay. So Michelle Lynn's question, when will she feel more, what was the word? When will she be clear about her next steps? That's what we want to know. Oh, Tracy's here. Okay, so we will, we'll do Michelle Lynn's question, then Tracy, and then Michelle Lynn's second question. How about that? Okay, yeah, 4 of coins. So this is you just kind of feeling kind of apathetic or just kind of like blah about, you know, finances, the way that you gain your finances, the stability of your future. Because normally the 5 of coins or 5 of pentacles is the left out in the cold energy. But I'm really picking up a lot of that with the depiction on this coin card. It's almost like a 4 and 5 of coins combined. Like looking at your bank account and being like, well, there was a lot more in there last month or whatever. But this is not you, or this is you not judging yourself by how, you know, saying I'm worth this much, so I'm worthy, or when I accomplish this thing, I will be worthy. You know, this is you, you know, maybe doing some journaling or kind of soul searching about like your self-worth, like your confidence, your value, how you value yourself, how you feel others value you is like really up for discussion right now and up for transformation because we got the death card coming in hot with this. You're transforming out of this lack mentality or unworthiness. You're transforming out of this. It's not going to be like a quick overnight thing because is it ever, right? But you're really working on this. Yes, you feel you're spending more of your energy on others for a paycheck that is little. Yeah. And there's nothing worse than feeling that resentment of you give all that you have to give and you're not getting much in respect to that. It's just like a like internal shriek of a feeling, and maybe just allowing yourself to just go out in the natures, out where you're at, and just literally scream at the top of your lungs. That might help. That might help because that's what I'm feeling you need is to be able to do that. But then we also have here that Two of Wands, which is, really sitting down and figuring it out. Like I was saying, journaling. This is making plans before you take your actions. Because the Three of Wands is all about then traveling or moving or doing the thing that you're wanting to do. So this is where you're coming up as, or at, is, kind of that hermit energy we were talking about earlier, of you going into hermit mode, really making plans. What is it I want? What is it I'm willing to settle for? What is it I'm done settling for? What is it that I want to do? I think that is going to be your golden ticket. But just, putting that message out to spirit that, what am I doing? What is my next step for my highest good? Because our ego's idea of what should be good and next and best for us is sometimes complete opposite of what our soul knows to be true. Yeah, and we have a Knight of Coins here. So this is you taking those plans, because the Knight of Coins, the Knight of Pentacles, is the slowest moving knight, but also the most stable, thoughtful, monotonous, meticulous about their plans. They make a really thorough plan before they move forward. So I don't want you, though, Michelle, I don't want you to get stuck in just planning and never doing. I think there's a time and place for planning, which I think you're coming up on. Once you decide what you want to do, it might be good time with that hermit to step back and then figure out what your next steps are. That would be very beneficial, but not staying in that energy forever. But I think once you figure this out and know what your next steps are, you're going to be planning and doing all that. But then you're going to be excited to then take the next step. But because you're not really sure of your next step, you're not even to the planning stage because you don't know what to plan for, right? You kind of maybe have a loose plan of, okay, I know I want to do this or try that. But yeah, absolutely, Katie. I'm still here. Might as well. Absolutely. So let's see any words of advice for getting you to lose the confusion and to step into your planning phase and hermit phase. Let's see any advice or what next steps would be for you to actually uncover what it is that's meant for you. Wow. So we have the Four of Swords. That is rest, recuperation, rejuvenation, that staycation or travel that's just for you, that's soul searching, that's rest and journaling, like all of these, with the Hermit and death and the Four of Swords, this is all about introspection. So there's something you're uncovering from within. It's going to come from within you rather than someone out there telling you or something you see, but it might be something you see or something someone tells you that's a result of something you know on the inside to be true that will trigger or spark this for you. I can't snap very good on the right, but left. There we go. Yeah. All right, so one more, any other further advice to get Michelle, to get Michelle Lynn's confusion at bay and to give her that sense of direction, that clarity. We got two. So yes, the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Wands. So that wheel of, being stuck in the mud, it's almost like a wheel that's spinning, but it's not going anywhere. It's going to start going somewhere. You putting the intention, even to spirit, even if you go out in nature, do your big screaming match to the universe, and then say, okay, I'm ready. Bring what's meant for me. I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to start my plans and do my things. I'm ready. Please. And you're going to be able to do it. Also, Ace of Wands. This is new inspiration. So they, as a result of you kind of just putting it out there and just letting it all hang out to the universe, they're giving you that spark. This is the spark. This is the spark of a new opportunity that you will then take and run with your Knight of Wands and your Knight of Coins and your Two of Wands. This is then taking you to the planning. You need the idea to make the plan, and then the plan to make the action, right? Yes, we've got a donation coming in from Sarah as well. So Sarah will be right after Pika Lee. All right, so I hope that brought some guidance, even though it didn't just spell out how you're finding this, but I think you just facing and admitting, I'm feeling stuck right now. I'm feeling very confused right now, and I don't like it. And just allowing yourself to feel that yuckiness of being confused and feeling stuck and underappreciated, allowing yourself to feel it so you can move through it. That's what Spirit's showing me. once you can feel these things, you can then move through them and then get your spark and then make your plans. And then from there, take your actions. Yes, very over it. You know, I was over the way that my day-to-day life was going, like my work life. Like, yeah, it was fun and everything, and it was fulfilling on many levels, but it was just, I wasn't going anywhere financially. And here I am just putting my like blood, sweat, and tears into trying to get my mom, you know, her home and the stuff for her home. That's where all your donations are going if you're new here. But my YouTube views have gone way up, but my ad revenue has almost just gone down. It's, you know, trying to depend on just ad revenue to, you know, pay the bills or to be the income. It's just not it. And then Spirit, for over a year and a half, I'm like, well, Patreon. And then there was that, again, imposter syndrome. Who wants to pay for anything you have to offer anyway? Because everything I was offering to that point was just for free. And then it wasn't until Spirit gave me the idea to do these readings where you benefit, my mom benefits. It just is a glorious cycle, and then we all get to hang out and be friends. And then the Patreon will take that up to another notch or another level even more. And it'll be win-win-win. So I totally know it. What you're saying is like, you know, stuck in the same thing. Not that my job, you know, of just posting YouTube videos was unfulfilling, because it's not. It's just the amount of effort and energy, like spiritually, I put into this stuff. It's just not reciprocated in the, you know, the financial abundance part of it. I mean, I don't even scrape what you would consider like a what do you call it? What is it? Minimum wage. Yeah. For the amount of hours I put in, I don't even make minimum wage doing just the ad revenue of that. So, you know, maybe TMI, you guys don't care about all that, but I know, I'm just trying to say, Michelle, I know exactly where you're coming from with that. Oh, Tanya's here. Are you in Missoula yet, Tanya? You're powerful beyond measure. I'm glad to get to share your message. Thank you. Yes, I am excited to go on the Patreon journey, because Spirit has told me and showed me for months now that this is the next logical step for me. And not just to, you know, bring in more abundance to help my mom, but like to really reach you guys on a whole other level that I just can't do on YouTube. Yeah. Tanya, are we going to have dinner tonight or what? What are we doing tonight? I keep telling everybody I got to leave by around the 3.5 hour mark, because I want to be done by about 5:30, before 6 if I can, so I can meet up with you somewhere. All right. So Tracy has posted her question. Did I put these in the right way? Okay, that one's upside down. Okay. So Tracy has already posted her question. So let me scroll up. When will be the best time to finally launch my business, and will it be successful? Okay. We're going over here to the Light Seers Tarot for Tracy. We're going to actually ripple shuffle for a second. One way that way, one way this way. Okay, so for Tracy. Jealous of dinner with Amanda and Tanya. Yes. Oh, when we get together, it's a beautiful healing of my maternal side of the family and her maternal side of the family, because we share a grandmother, and her mom and my mom are sisters, and we're just doing some healing in the ancestral line and breaking cycles and overcoming traumas, but yet at the same time having a lot of fun. And it's not anything we're purposely doing. It just happens when we get together. All right. So let me just make sure I read Tracy's question right. When will be the best time to finally launch my business, and will it be successful? Okay. So a couple of these flips. So we're taking them. Okay. Wow. Wow. I would say so, Tracy. Wow. I'm happy about this if I ever was reading. Let's see. We've got the 8 of Pentacles. So this is you just continuing to put in that hard work, that effort. I don't know if you've moved recently. Anytime I pull this deck out, it looks like she has gotten all her belongings gathered together, because she's about ready to move out of this apartment and go into a new direction. So I don't know if that's something you've done recently or you're thinking about moving. This could even just be energetically moving your attention from one thing to another. If not physically moving, physically changing jobs, physically doing something, because usually as within, so without anyway. But yes, that your hard work, you're putting in that work, you're putting in that effort. You've made those plans. Two of Wands. You're making the plans here. This woman has made meticulous plans, and she's about ready to take action on them. And as a result of you launching this business, you can't ask for better than the Ten of Cups and the Sun combined. This is destiny. This is part of your soul's path to create your own launch of your business and have it be successful. This is success in a card, if I ever did see. And the combination of these two together, this is fulfillment on a soul level, on a material level, on an abundance level, on a connection with people you love level, like every level of life. Connection and love and abundance. Yes, 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 yes. It will be successful. There's no way it could not be, with all that love, dedication, blood, sweat, tears, and planning you've put into this and will continue to do, because businesses, you don't just launch day one and, okay, my job's done here. No, you continue. It's going to take a lot to get this going and off the ground, because that Eight of Pentacles is putting in pure dedication, pure dedication. But what you get out of that is everything you've ever wanted. So yes, I keep pushing the date back. It's like I'm ready, but I keep going back and forth with it. Spirit just said the time is now. The time is now. And if you can start something near a new moon, that's the best time to launch anything, because that's when I am on the new moon. On September 6th, I'm launching my Patreon. I planned it as I'm going to launch it on the new moon. I planned it. And then I actually ran a birth chart for my Patreon launch, right? And wouldn't you know, this blew my mind, because I was wanting to do it during the 8/8 Lionsgate new moon, but I'm like, oh man, it's just too early. The kids are home. I don't have time to actually get everything done in time. So I had to put it off into September. But here's the kicker. Where the moon is going to be that day, that new moon, or wait, what was it? It was something about that chart. What was it? It wasn't the moon. Oh, 10th house, 10th house. Oh, yes, the 10th house of that chart, which is, the work house of a chart, the work house of my Patreon, it sits to the degree, my destiny point. In my Brigu Bindu, if you are a follower of Vedic astrology, is the halfway point between your moon and your north node. It sits right on my destiny point in the 9th house of publication, which is what I'm doing. I'm publishing videos, I'm publishing content. So you can't make this stuff up. It was destined. This Patreon launch was destined for me, and especially right when I did it. Hello, Robin, welcome. Oh, Jimmy's here too. Well, it's a big old family reunion up in here. I love it. But yeah, success. I think this is destined. So pick a new moon. So you need to give yourself a deadline, basically, Tracy. Pick a new moon, whether if it's this new moon, you got to get going soon, because that's coming up on Monday. But pick a new moon, whether it's September, October, November. Pick a date. Pick a date, and then reach for the stars. Launch on that day. Oh, Tracy, I've been doing your reading for a hot minute, girl. You might be behind if you had to leave and go check PayPal or something. So hopefully you'll see this and hear this. But on the back of the deck, we also have the Empress. So this business launch, this is something you're giving birth to. And now is the time, but whenever now is for you. If you need a little bit of time to further some plans and put a little more behind the scenes stuff into it, doing your LLC and all the back end business stuff that we all got to do, right? Making sure you take care of that before you then are launched or whatever. Whoa, major ringing in my left ear. So Spirit's helping with this. But doing all the stuff you need to do behind the scenes, getting ready, making your plans, and then taking action, because this is something you're birthing into fruition. The Empress is a very creative and abundant card. Putting it up with also the Sun and the 10 of Cups. Yeah. So the time is now, especially during the new moon, Tracy. If you can do this the day of a new moon, so you might have to do a little research on that. New moon. Whether you want to do it Monday on this next full moon, new moon, sorry, or in October or November or December. Pick a day. Pick a day right now or very soon, Tracy. Pick a day to make your launch and then figure out everything you need to have done between now and that day and make it happen. That's the only thing standing in your way, is just making it happen. So it will. We already know here. We already know here it will be successful. And Spirit doesn't want to give a time frame or timeline or when, because they're saying the time is now. So whenever it is that you're saying, okay, I think I'm going to take action now, that is the time. So when you're ready, which I think you're more ready than you realize, it's just maybe some back-end business stuff, the wheel is turning. Fortune is on your side now. So make it happen. Now is the time. Whatever new moon you decide to launch this business on, make it happen. It is good. Yay, 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 Tracy, Tracy, Tracy. You got this. So you'll have to let us know when you put this out, because it's good stuff. All right. Hopefully you got that, because I know you've posted your question a few times, Tracy, but that was your reading. And I'm at the 2 hour, 29 minute, 42 second mark. So probably the 5 or 10 minutes before that is when I started. I don't know. I sometimes get lost in the reading and don't know how long I've been reading for. All right. Michelle Lynn, is November a good month to get Invisalign? I know I need to take care of my bite, but feeling discouraged with the price, having already spent $5K. Maybe a new job will have dental benefits to help me. Yes. Spirit, right as I read that, they're like, ding, 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 we have a winner. So if you have this new job by November, I would say that's probably your best bet. But I think the new job having dental benefits is your best bet to being able to be the smartest with your money surrounding this, because doing it on the salary and benefits that you have now, it would cost you a lot more than, waiting for a place with better benefits. Again, it's a waiting game, and you probably just want your smile fixed now. I can totally resonate with that. It's interesting. My husband, he had braces as a kid. I've never had braces. I kind of maybe need them right here. See that? Those two front bottom teeth are crooked, but everything else is straight. And my husband, I've never had braces, but my husband, he had braces, and like all of his bottom teeth are like totally crooked. But here's a fun fact about my husband is that was one of the first things I noticed and thought was so cute about him. I absolutely love crooked bottom teeth on guys. Don't know what it is about me. Maybe I'm a weirdo, but like one of my favorite bands, the lead singer of 21 Pilots, his name's Tyler Joseph. He also has like a mouthful of bottom crooked teeth, and I love it. It is the coolest thing. It just is mesmerizing to watch. So I don't know. Maybe there's something about your smile that is just unique to you. I mean, if it makes you self-conscious, obviously, do what you need to do to change that. But if it's something you enjoy and you're just trying to do it for other people, I wouldn't do it. But let's just see if November is a good time for Michelle Lynn. I could preface your readings all the time because I just like to hang out and talk. Yeah, this is putting in the work, putting in the effort. So I think this is you finding that next job and kind of taking this thing the distance, getting yourself better insurance so that you're not more out of pocket than you need to with this. Felt called to wait. I just didn't know when would be the best time to do it. Yeah, so I would say once you get the next job and have those benefits, that's going to be your, as far as your financial benefit goes, that would be your best bet. Because then you're out less money. But again, this is a distance card. This is taking something the distance. It might be a little longer than you're hoping, maybe November of 2022. Maybe that's why November was kind of ringing. And again, that's probably a lot longer than you wanted to wait. But if you want to spend less money, that's going to be your best bet. Okay. Yeah, this is just you really tuning into that inner strength and, figuring out what all you want to do in the meantime. But again, if this is something that is really close to your heart to change and fix, then do it sooner than later. But if you want to spend less money, getting the next job, getting the dental insurance, that will be your best bet. So maybe it's just calling on you to tap into those inner strength reserves for a hot minute and not be so our egos are physical vessels. Like we want them to look good yesterday, right? We don't want to have to wait for something. But if you want to again, not spend so much. Waiting will be the best bet. Four of Swords. So I think if you go through with this around November or before, there's just this kind of grace period or waiting period, which is interesting because you got the Four of Swords in your other reading, if I'm not mistaken, I think. Yeah. I think, wasn't it your reading? But this is just kind of going into hermit mode, taking care of yourself, doing the self-care, all the things. Yeah, we can roll the dice for a number. So I think there is just this little grace period or waiting period, introspective period that you're going through before that hard work pays off with the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. And just balancing the ego desire and the actual monetary desire with that. Hard work will pay off. You will get this done. You will. That's goes without saying with this Nine of Pentacles popping into play. And the Temperance is balancing out, kind of maybe even compromise. Like, well, if I wait, I will pay less money. But if I don't wait, I'll get it now. So it's like, either way you go, it's kind of like, it's a win-lose and a win-lose, right? But ultimately, it is a win-win because you're getting your smile fixed eventually, right? Let's roll this dice for a number. Let's just see anything that wants to come up. We've got a 2. 2 weeks, 2 months, hopefully not 2 years. I don't think this is 2 years. But yeah, well, interesting. November, so September, so October, November. That is 2 months from now. So I think you could move through with this. This really ultimately is your decision. That's why I keep talking in circles, Michelle Lynn. This ultimately is your decision. So basically you're choosing between, do I pay more and have it now, or do I pay less and wait longer? Those are basically your two roads here. Yeah, February. That's another good point. Yes, the 2 could represent February. Yeah. But I think, ultimately for your ultimate happiness, Spirit's showing you getting the next job, getting the better insurance, paying less money, but maybe waiting a little longer to get the smile, because ultimately you'll get your smile. You'll get the smile you want. It's just, how much are you going to pay for it, or how long are you going to wait for it? I know I wish I could have been more helpful, but really Spirit's just leaving this open to you to decide, because again, free will is involved here. All right. So up next, we've got Pika Lee. Okay. Oh, my mom's here. I just got done doing chores. Just stopping by to tell you and everyone, thanks for everything, and I love you. Yes, all of your lovely donations do go to help my mom, whose house burned down in July of 2019. She's still living in her camper, and it looks good. It looks good that we're going to be able to build in the spring, or at least get the party started and get the ball rolling in the spring of 2022. So, yay! I cannot wait. I cannot wait to stay over my first night in the new house. Yeah, the house of my mom's that burned was my childhood home. So yes, lots of love, heavy but yet beautiful also memories associated with that house. It was the second time that house burned. If any of you are new here and want to see what all went into that house fire, us going through the fire, the burned house, the emotions involved and all that, I have a 3-part docuseries linked in the description if you guys want to check that out and see where your donations are going. All right, so Pika Lee's question. I've been feeling romantic, passionate feelings today. Is this my future love interest communicating with me? Is this someone from a past life? Okay, let's find out. I'm already feeling that, yes, you are connecting to his energy. And it might have had something to do with a dream you had that made you start thinking about him. Oh, right as I say that, too, I remember you had mentioned having a baby in your dream, or a baby dream. I just feel like you connected to him in your dream. Even if you don't remember the dream, it's like you have an essence of the feeling that you had in the dream, and it makes you wish you could be close to him. But let's just see if the reason you're feeling passionate today is because he's communicating with you. I mean, already he is. In the dream state, he is. But let's see if he's doing it purposely. We've asked for help from others. So I think this is more on a higher self level and a spiritual level that you guys are communicating, at least on his end. I don't think he's like physically like in this physical vessel, like I'm connecting right now. I mean, he might think of his next, future love a lot, but I think this is more his higher self orchestrating these feelings in you. which is still him. I mean, it's still him, right? But let's see. Let's go to this and just see. Yeah, this definitely is past life, for sure, for sure, for sure. And playfulness. So this is that kind of flirty, passionate, romantic feeling you're having. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So you just might be feeling more playful than normal. Maybe you're laughing at things more than you normally do today. But this is just putting you in that beautiful, loving alignment. Yeah, because you are separated right now. It says here, time apart from your partners on the horizon, which, you know, technically, yeah, you're separated right now. And energetically speaking, though, your higher selves are very in tune with each other. But this is just confirming that, you know, you're separated right now, but yet that playfulness can still be had, even though there is this separation going on between two of you right now. What else? Really feeling this way? Yeah, and it's coming on for you to love yourself first. Interpret as you will, whatever you feel, however it is you feel in love with yourself. If this includes you eating a very decadent dessert, treating yourself to a salt bath, treating yourself to new crystals, or meditating with your crystals, you know, whatever you loving yourself looks like, this is what you're being called to do with this passionate energy. Because when you're feeling that romantic, passionate energy, you can actually channel that into your crystals. Okay, let me find the exact video, but it's vibes and frequencies. Okay. That's his YouTube channel. His name's Nathan. Him and I will be doing a collab very soon on Patreon. But I watched one of his videos recently that talks about let's see, channeling that sexual energy. Oh, I'm gonna turn that off. Into the crystals, and not like using them while you're being amorous. That he doesn't mean it like that. It's just when you feel that sexy romantic energy, you can bring that energy up into your heart space. You can hold your crystal, or even if it's in the other room, you can bring that loving energy up into your heart space and then save that energy into the crystal for your future use. Let me find that exact video because it's so amazing. It blew my mind. Okay, vibes and frequencies. Okay, so let me find his actual video that I'm talking about here. I mean, he's got so many good videos. I just can't wait to collaborate. Let's see. Where was it? He posts pretty frequently. Okay. So he's got all of these right here. It's going to be the top video in the list. I'll just let you read that. I don't want to get like censored for saying that word, even though we don't mean it in that context, so to speak. But okay, so it's that video right there, that top one. And he's even got the Lemurian crystals. And these are the ones specifically I think he was talking about. It might be in combination with, must have been this one. The I Am Rich, My Crystals Have Been Talking to Me video, and or also this one, It's Love. I went on kind of a binge, so maybe the information I'm putting together was in multiple videos, but go look it up. He's a great resource for crystal information anyway. He's the one that got me all up in the Lemurian seed crystal cult, basically. Not literally cult, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, you can channel that energy into the crystals and use that for manifestation, okay? So he gets into all the details of how to do that, and it blows your mind. It's amazing stuff. And I cannot wait to have him on Patreon in one of our collab spiritual talk videos. I think we're going to do a crystal-themed spiritual talk video over there. I'm excited. Super excited. We got a lot going on here. One more for Pika Lee and this energy. Okay, wow, flirt. Yes, that playfulness, that flirtiness, absolutely. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. And this doesn't have to be, you flirting. This could just be you laughing with those you love, not even in that romantic way, but like, really connecting, using this flirty energy to connect with people in a deeper level, if that makes sense. All right, so I hope that resonated. Spiritual forecast for October, please. I feel like something is going to happen next month, or maybe late this month. Okay, yeah, let's feel into this energy of what you're feeling is going to maybe happen. Yeah, the lightheartedness. Yeah, and keep going. I think that's a theme that's going to carry you for quite a while. You're going to be feeling this through the rest of the year, on and off. Mostly on, though. So really use that energy to manifest the life you want. All right. What is the spiritual forecast for October? Maybe even end of September, of this feeling that something is going to happen. Pikali is picking up on. This is you taking risks. This is you stepping out of that comfort zone and doing something new, doing something that almost feels selfish, something just for you. And it's not selfish. It's actually selfless, because you are somebody who gives a lot of yourself energetically, maybe even financially, to other people. And this is asking you to bring that back home. Really treat yourself. And, take risks. Go places you've always wanted to go, but maybe thought was too scary. I mean, this to me reminds me of Devil's Tower in Wyoming, or, even Sedona has a lot of these, what I look at is tree stumps. I mean, ancient, large tree stumps. That's just what I've tuned in that these actually are. More silicon-based trees than carbon-based trees. So think of it this way: their root systems, the root systems of these trees. If the trees are hard silicone-based, what would their roots be? The crystals that we dig out of the ground, their root systems, right? Crystal caves. I don't know. But taking risks, going places, even like spiritually, because I know like a lot of the world isn't available for access so much right now, but just taking risks and maybe, complimenting a stranger on that beautiful hair scarf, or, just doing, stepping out of your comfort zone in a playful way in public with people, but also pleasure, doing things that make you feel really, like I say, that really decadent dessert, taking a salt bath, doing things that are purely for your own happiness, channeling that into something that you can then utilize later. Channeling that beautiful energy into something that you can use later. But let's see what else Spirit wants to say about October and maybe the end of this month. This kind of excited feeling Pikali is picking up on coming in her life. Yeah, don't let pride get in your way. Feeling like, oh, I don't deserve to do that, or, oh, I could never do that. Don't let pride get in your way, because yes, that queen energy of self-love, yes, that's what we're being asked here. And I do actually have a self-love deck that I have not pulled out in months that I'm keep needing to bring out and bring back to the party. And I love it. I don't know why it's been on my shelf for so long. The Self-Love Oracle. We're bringing it out. Let's get some self-love messages for Pikali surrounding this energy. Because this is you taking risks. This is you really finding pleasure in things in life and allowing yourself to experience the pleasures in life. And the gift of gratitude, that heart chakra is on and popping. All that pleasurely, loving, playful, flirty, romantic energy that you're feeling, passion, this is coming in through the heart, which you would think, oh, sacral and solar plexus and root would probably be more involved with that. Absolutely. But also up into the heart. It's like you're channeling that upward. You're bringing all that sexual or creative or passionate energy upward into the heart, and then letting it explode out from there. And that's why you just want to hug everyone you come across, or, compliment that stranger at the store. And just having gratitude for the things you already have in your life, thanking your crystals, thanking your roof over your head, just really feeling that gift of gratitude. I was thinking the other night, seeing all that flooding and stuff going on, just hearing about it on social media over in New York, New Jersey. And it's like, wow, some of these people are left without a home, or, the tsunamis and just all the natural disasters that have happened where people are left without a home. And here I am, safe in my bed right now, comfy, cozy as can be. Like, the sense of gratitude that welled up in my heart at that moment, it just like burst out of me. And I felt so overcome with just love that I am so lucky to have this roof over my head. And release to Mama Earth. Root chakra and heart chakra are very important in what you're developing right now. And the number 2, this has to do with partnership, but it also has to do with awakening to your true sense of purpose, which is what you're doing. and releasing anything that's no longer serving you. Literally picturing it leaving the bottom of your feet and going into Mother Earth, because you're not hurting the earth by doing that. Mother Earth can then transmute that energy. Trees are a great way too. Putting your hands on a tree and giving that negative energy to the tree, because negative, we think, oh, negative energy. But what they give out is their byproduct. We take in as our internal, and then our byproduct goes and helps the tree. That's the exact same thing I'm seeing here. So getting out in nature more, releasing anything that's no longer serving you, maybe even some of those like fear of, not being free or not being independent, releasing those fears into the earth can really benefit the earth and benefit you by not having to carry that anymore. Not saying it won't come up again, but you releasing it in the moment, feeling your way through it and releasing it will really help. But yeah, there is something big that's going to help you release some of your limiting beliefs or past traumas coming up for you at the end of September, going into October. So yeah, that's powerful stuff coming up for you. And, really just helping you feel more grateful for the life you have, which will then lead to more abundance and more pleasure for you to have in your life. It feels really good. All right, so I hope that resonated for you, people. The 22, I keep seeing, yeah, 2 and 22, yes. And it's interesting because the other card that I just put away too, the number on that added up to a 6, which, 3 plus 3 is 6. So 3, 3. There's your 3, 3. All right. So I believe Sarah is next, if I am not mistaken, and that will be our last donation, unless, am I missing anyone? Did we skip anyone? Besides Jasui, which I will then check back to her question, because I don't know that she's here. But I want to remember not to forget to do Jasui's question. But I think Sarah is it. Oh no, KDR. But I don't know that I saw a donation come through. She had mentioned she wanted to donate again, but I did not see that actually come through. An hour ago, I received from Pika Lee, 33 minutes ago from Sarah. Those are the last 2 I have. So KDR, if you did send that donation, will you double check that it went through, my dear? Using cards. Okay. Piggy's barking. I don't think you can hear him. But he's barking. Is my upcoming move, life path change, supported by the universe? Let's find out for Sarah. My upcoming move and life path change supported by the universe. Okay, this one's sticking into my finger. Here we go. Archangel Amethyst, purify your life with love. Prepare for something better. If you deem these changes as something better, then whoop, there it is. Listen to that song. There might be a message in those lyrics. That's from the 90s, if you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sure everybody knows that song. But let me know. I can't remember who sings it. Let me Google that for you there. I'll do the homework for you, and then you just go search it. Okay, tag team. Tag team, back again. Yeah, there you go. Tag team. Whoop, there it is. And yes, I've listened to it recently because the kids love that song. Tag team, absolutely. Duh, I should have known. Being stupid here. Okay, but yes, you are preparing for something better, and the universe is preparing you for something better as a result of you taking this leap of faith in a new direction. Yes, that is the jam. I listened to that all through middle school and even into high school. Yes, I am that old. That's okay, KDR. I know you're good for it. I just wanted to make sure you knew that wasn't showing up. All right, what else for KDR? Okay, Archangel Zariel. Okay, I've never heard of this one. Give and receive love. Obey the spiritual laws. So I feel like this new life path that you're going on is more in alignment with your soul's journey, your soul's path, rather than the ego path that maybe you had selected in the past, or, just listening to other people and, taking on their ideas for your future as your own. Now you're being more authentic to you and stepping into your spiritual path. Let's go to the tarot and get some more guidance from beautiful Sarah. I mean, already I'm excited. And look, right there at that heart chakra is where Archangel Amethyst is holding that beautiful amethyst cluster. And up above is the soul star chakra, which many people associate amethyst with the crown chakra, but I also associate it with the soul star chakra. So as a result of that, you following your heart, you're gaining more access to your spiritual abilities and gifts. And it's really bringing you more into alignment with what you're doing and what you want to do and where you want to go. It's better energy for sure. Okay, let's see. Wow, Two of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. So it might take a little balance. I'm glad I actually grabbed this deck rather than any of my other decks to get the Two of Pentacles, because normally in most depictions of Two of Pentacles, they're very off balance. Like one misstep and everything's going to fall apart. The balance will no longer be balanced. But look how balanced that Two of Pentacles energy is. And that infinity symbol is the symbol of abundance, of financial gain, and taking action in a direction that feels really, really good with in alignment with your spiritual side or your soul, right? And also the Page of Pentacles. This is someone who's pulled out a map and they're ready to start a new journey. So you're exactly where you need to be right now. You have not taken one misstep along the way. You are exactly where you need to be right now for this beautiful future that you're bringing online. And let's see any glimpses into this beautiful future. Anything you're overcoming, anything you're going to experience in a big blessed way. Sarah, terminated courts, get out of your own way. And this might have been this life path that you're on. This might have been something you've been just like kind of, do I jump? Do I not? Like that fool energy, but like before the fool has decided to leap, like kind of start, stop. Like, I don't know. But you finally got out of your own way, and now you're listening to your heart. You're listening. And as a result of you listening to your heart, you're going to further get out of your own way. Let's get it without the glare. You're going to further get out of your own way every step of your future. You're going to know, you're going to feel into that heart space and intuitively know what's meant for you and not hold yourself back anymore for fear or for, oh, well, what if it's not for me? Well, of course it's for you. That's the reason you got the beautiful, divinely inspired idea, because it is for you. So you're going to really start trusting your intuition even more as a result of this move and life path shift that you're going through. And then on the back of the deck, be kind to yourself, Pink Opal. So you may have even had some times in the recent past here, Sarah, where you're like beating yourself up. Like, why didn't I just do this sooner? I keep hearing that. Like, why didn't I just do this sooner? Man, if I'd have done this last year, I'd have been so much farther ahead. But no, you weren't meant to do it sooner. Even with that, like start. It's you. You needed to be in those things right now and then. And now you're ready to move forward. That's really what I see. Energetically speaking, you were always right where you needed to be. And now you don't need to be where you were anymore. You're into something new. And it's very, very divinely guided, divinely supported. And they're like cheering, like big cheerleaders on the other side. Like, yay, yay, here we go. Like they're really excited. All right. So, put these back. All right, so that I do believe after KDR will be the end of it, unless anyone else wants to donate. Oh, Pika Lee, oh, for Monica. Oh, Pika Lee has donated for Monica. What a sweet soul that Pika Lee is. Pika Lee and KDR and Lori, they're always donating for other people. You guys are amazing. Aw. All right, so let me just check here. What's going on? I don't know who Monica. Okay, I missed some of this. I don't always see the chat until afterwards. Let me see. You think we can pay by any other way? Like, if not by PayPal, I could buy something like an Amazon, deliver there, or on Patreon. We could do something there. Anyone have any suggestions? Well, that's sweet of you. Well, after KDR, we will go ahead and post your question there, Monica, because Pika Lee has donated for you. That is so sweet. So go ahead and post your question right kind of toward the end of KDR's question, and we'll get right into it for you, Monica. Yay! I hope she's still here. I hope she didn't leave. But yes, KDR, I would like a love reading, please. I'm very comfortable being independent and everything, but it's been a while, and I've got biological needs. LOL. There's all that pleasure that beautiful Pika Lee is getting in her life. Yes, KDR could deal with some of that as well. After all this time, I still have the hots for Brian, and it's frustrating. He makes my palms sweat, especially when he scoops my sidewalk and driveway for me in the winter. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay, let's find out. Let's see. Let's just see what's going on in the love life. Um, with or without Brian. Yes, really, Monica. Absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna get into Katie R's question, and then you will be next, Monica. Okay? Yeah, I wish I had other. I don't know if Cash App works for you. I will be instituting that. That's on my long list of will do someday. I need to just do it. I need to just shut my mouth and do it. Cash App will be a possibility soon. I don't know if you guys know of any other trusted pay online kind of things that you would like to use. Maybe I'll do a poll on my community tab or something. What would be the best cash application that you guys would like to have here? Okay, so let's see. Any reading, like a reading, love reading, anything coming up for love? She's got some biological needs. Well, we've got the Hermit, so this is current energy, obviously. And this is just saying, like that love yourself first card we got out of here. Maybe just, loving yourself in those ways. I mean, we'll keep it PG here, but there are ways. And you can even connect, if you would like, connect to the higher self of your next love or your soulmate or whatever. Kind of make it a spiritual kind of sexual connection, spiritually sexual connection. I think that would really help. But I think, just you taking care of your own needs and finding, what makes you feel good on your own so that then someday you could let your partner know that wouldn't be a bad idea. And it is safe for you to love. So there's nothing, that's a big red flag that says you can't start putting yourself back out there in the love department. But open your heart to give and receive the highest love of all. We've also got here, pay attention. Look, I don't see any red flags. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So I think anyone coming up that, ultimately isn't for your highest good, you're going to know right away. And you're going to be able to avoid that and really tune into the energy of the person that is actually meant for you. Because I think around the time you meet someone, right before that, you're going to meet someone else that's kind of just one more. It's just like the embodiment of all the past lessons that you thought you had learned. And it's just spirit testing you one last time just to see if you're going to pay attention to the red flags. And correct me if I'm wrong, Katie, but like months and months and months ago, I don't know if, to me, this feels like deja vu moment of a reading I already did. If it wasn't for you, it was definitely somebody. But it's the exact same energy of, spirit giving you one more chance to prove that you've overcome any lessons you've learned from that past relationship. Let's just see. Yeah, forgiving and learning. This is what you're doing with this Hermit energy, is forgiving and learning from those past lessons, mistakes, traumas, wounds, resentments, anything that happened in past relationships, even on your end that you're like, why did I do that? How could I have been that naive? How could I have been so rude? Or, whatever the case may be. But you're learning and forgiving yourself and others. And as a result, Spirit's going to send one more little joker just to see if you did learn those lessons. So pay attention when you meet the next person and then the next person. But as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. All right, because we were talking about self-care, self-love, all of that. Let's go to this deck, Sacred Self-Care Oracle for R. For love. Okay, abundance planning. So this is almost you just putting your order into the universe, exactly what you want. And again, with this Hermit energy, feeling into your heart space, not trying to put your perfect person from that ego mindset or place, but from the heart, from the soul. Who would be best for your soul and what your soul is here to learn? Putting that abundance planning in that perspective. And always leaving it open. Like if you love someone with dark hair, dark eyes, dark skin, saying, I would like this, but also leaving it kind of open-ended. If there's something, if that's not your ideal, if the person who incarnated into a body is not fitting that look, the tall, dark, and handsome, maybe this person's blonde, blue-eyed, I don't know. But if you have a specific type, I almost feel, yes, right, Piccoli? I almost feel though, Katie, that this person will kind of go against the type that you've been with before. So if you did usually go for tall, dark, and handsome, this one might be blonde hair, blue eye, or vice versa. You know, whatever is your kind of normal go-to, that gets my engine going. This person might look a little different than that. But I do think that the trickster energy coming in will be kind of your more ideal looks-wise, your ideal type looks-wise. So that will further help on that. But abundance planning, leaving it open to spirit, kind of, I would like this, but ... If there's something better for me, then I would rather that than what my ego wants. Leaving it open to spirit, that would really help. All right, let's get one more self-care. You know, it's funny because growing up, my type was like, you know, the dark hair, dark eyes, dark skin. Oh yes, that was my type. Well, my husband is green eyes. I mean, he's very tan in the summer, but like, you know, he's a white guy, whatever, and blonde hair. Like, that's my husband. But like, he was so different than my other, you know, regular type. So different. But they're saying, you know, keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. And journal. Interesting. Both of these are writing down what she wants or what she's thinking. Look at that. And the number 1 there, new beginning. And the number 29, which adds up to 11. So 1, 1, 1. So there, you're going to start seeing some 1, 1, 1s or 11, 11s around the time that you meet this person, Katie. Or around the time that you're going to meet this person, or, you know, you're ready to just get back on that horse, so to speak. All puns intended. At this point, my solitude, I'm open to non-brunette men too. Yes. Well, you just might find that, you know, the person is brunette. Who knows? But, you know, spirit might have some little tricks up their sleeve. I don't know. But just use your heart. Feel from your heart. And sound healing just flopped right out. The number 47, which also adds to an 11. So yeah, there's your 1, 1, 1. There you go. 11, 11. You got on your cards there. So I hope that resonated, Katie. All right, Monica, go ahead and post your question. We'll get into it. And yeah, Patreon will be launched on Monday. 2 more days. Yeah, those detectives out there may be able to find some Easter eggs early. Who knows? Go look somewhere. Go look somewhere. You might find something. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to go. Also, this fell out onto the floor as I'm putting everything away, KDR. Past life relationship. And look, it's blonde hair. Look at that. Blonde hair. You have known each other before. For every year that goes by, the less picky I get. Aw, man. Still wish I could go on Patreon. I know, right? I think Lori was trying to find a way that she could set up another account and pay for you to access said account. Also, I wonder if there's a way on the back end that I couldn't, like, because you gotta figure, like, some people on Patreon are, like, so big that they, like, need mods or help, right? Like, there's gotta be a way to be able to do that. I don't know. This I don't know. I'm gonna have to do more research. But as far as like buying gift certificates or waiving the fee to become patrons, they don't currently allow. But I didn't look into mods or anything. Maybe there is a way. I don't know. I will definitely look into that though, Ethan, because I think that would be awesome to have you with us. Especially because you like Discord. You like Discord. Oh. All right. Okay, I would like it about love reading question. So who is my destined partner, like characteristics? How can I get him to like me in love way? Well, Spirit's already saying there's nothing you're going to have to do extra special besides be yourself. And this person will like you in that loving way without you even having to put in the effort, and then vice versa. There's nothing special you have to do except be yourself, which I'll probably get like a copyright strike for doing this, but let me find it. This, every time I say be yourself, this is what comes to my mind. So Monica, listen up. Okay. And I actually found this movie at a yard sale. I could watch it online. I think it was on Netflix, but it's not anymore, or maybe it's back on Netflix. But it wasn't for a while. But I found this movie for $1 at a yard sale, and I was $1 short because I bought like 6 pairs of jeans. Like, this girl was my same size, and they were expensive jeans, and I got a deal, $7 a pair, and my total came up to like 30. And I had a shirt and the DVD. My total came to $33, but my mom bought it because we were hanging out and she wouldn't let me buy my own stuff. But she had $32 cash, and the guy's just like, the DVD's on us. So interesting. This movie.
Honey, I'm sure you can rent a pair.
Be yourself.
Besides, you don't have to show off for Jamie. Just be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. Now come on, Mikey, now you're making Snow Angel.
I just love that. Hope I don't get a copyright strike. But yes. Be yourself. There's nothing you have to do extra special to be yourself. But let's pick up on some of this person's qualities, personality, anything that needs to come through for Monica's next love. Glad you warned me about the next couple guys coming up. I'm going to swipe left on those jokers and say single till 1111 man gets here. Yes. Yes. How funny would it be, though, Katie, if you met him, like, it's like you're in a coffee shop or something. I don't know your life, but like you're in a coffee shop or something and you look up at the clock, you're like, oh, it's 11:11. How cool. Let me make a wish. And then in the door comes Mr. 11:11. I would die if that was really how it happened. But okay, Monica, your next person, we've got here child wounded. So the light attributes: awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness. So this person might have had a little less than stellar childhood, maybe a rough childhood. It was very hard. Yeah, that's good. Awesome. Be yourself, Monica. But this person really went through some rough stuff in their younger years to become who they are. And they use that energy not to get all vindictive or spiteful and close others out, but they use that energy to love and include and help other people become, wounded warriors rather than just wounded. So this person really helps. We got here virgin. So this person is very pure energy. They don't have to technically be a virgin, although they can be. But to me, this is just really maintaining that symbolic purity of heart and spirit, and just their morals and ethics are very pure, very loving, very heart-centered. So let's see. Get one more, and then we'll go to the tarot. And that name of that movie is called Just Friends. Did I forget to say that? I probably did in my weird K2 in the third house way of talking and story time. You're working on your self-love. That's beautiful. And priest. So this person is very, very in tune with their spiritual side. Spirituality is very important to this person. Priest facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. So this person probably is very intuitive. Psychic abilities, this person's very in tune. And they know what they want. They're not going to settle for anyone that's going to wound them. So they will see your pure heart coming a mile away, and they're going to love it. All right, let's get some more characteristics for Monica's next love. Ooh, and they're falling to the floor. All right. Well. We've got a king and queen. Wow, this is a soulmate connection. King of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. I don't know, Monica, if you were an earth sign, that would be your Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Or if you have sun, moon, rising in the earth houses, you don't have to, or any placements. But your earth houses are very important in the way that you're going to show up in this relationship. This person that you're going to be with could be a water sign, which would be your Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or have prominent placement, sun, moon, rising within those houses, or just the trine of water is very important in their chart. And also balance, so temperance energy here as well. And this is very Aquarian energy. So there's air energy in this person's chart, or maybe even just in their way that they operate. Yeah, just friends it is. Yep. So you say, I get a connection to a certain someone. Actually, he's my boss, but I couldn't be clear. Oh, okay. Well, let's just see if that is a potential. Your boss. Is this a potential to become a love match? Monica and the boss. Okay, I don't think it is. This may be just triggering some past life stuff for you to heal through or recover from. Maybe you and your boss actually were associated together in a past life. But for me in this life, if it is a connection that you do seek and create a connection with, it won't be something long lasting, is what I see. So I think your person, the person we're really tuning into with this energy, is not your boss, it's someone else. But let's get a love relationship affirmator card for the relationship between Monica and the next. Oh, your fire energy. Woo! Some flipping going on. Wait and see. So this is your love advice. So thoughts love to wander into assumptions and race ahead to the future. But what if you told them to cool their jets and chill a sec? Today you get to put your mental chatter on pause. Take a breath and simply wait and see how things play out before you let your mind run a marathon of imagined scenarios. Wait, and you'll see you'll see that waiting and seeing was a lot more productive than wondering and worrying. And I can't talk. Insert audible sigh of relief here. So wait and see. So I think this is just you waiting and just being very open to the energies around you. And when this person comes into your awareness, you're going to know. You're going to know pretty early on that this person is meant for you or you're meant for them. You're going to catch them looking at you. You're going to catch yourself looking at them and them looking at you. Like, it's going to be an attraction from afar at first and then a connection. So yeah, I don't know if you do work with this person or if this is someone you maybe just see out and about in your town, or maybe you have mutual friends with someone and they bring this person along for the ride. I don't know. But it's almost like you meet from across a room. Your eyes meet from across a room or something like that. Yeah, and I don't think it will be that long. Because look on the back of the deck as I put everything away. Wheel of Fortune. Fortune is about to turn in your favor. We have a house here as kind of the little tickers pointing to the house. Like it's landed on the house. So this to me feels like stability, security, a long-term commitment. This is someone you can maybe even build a home with, build a life with. Yeah, you want the real thing and long. And that's exactly what this is. Right next to it, we've got the pot of gold, abundance, and then the heart. So these two things, that love, that true, pure love. So you settling down with this person will bring you true love and also abundance. So yeah, good things, good things. So just keep your awareness open and, maybe even walk around like, yeah, I already have that soulmate on dial. You already know it. You're just feeling yourself, and you can maybe even pick up on their energy when you're in meditation. You can connect to this person's higher self right now. It's available to you. All right. So I hope that resonated for you, Monica. Yeah, I wish I had more ways to donate. I don't know if you had a suggestion on, like if you're in a different country or something, what is the best place or the best way you use to pay for things online? Because I'm not sure. Outside of Patreon, or not Patreon, PayPal, Cash App, I've heard of Venmo as well, like Apple Pay. I think there's maybe others. Those are the ones that I know of off the top. But yeah. All right. Yes, wishing you the best as well, Monica. Absolutely. Okay, so Jasui was asking for, I know she had mentioned her brother Miguel in the question. It cut off, so I'm actually going to go to my email to wrap us up here today. Let me just double check we didn't get any others. Nope, Monica was our last donation via Pika Lee. So I'm going to go over here to Jasui's question on PayPal. Okay. So she was for Tracy. There we are. Jasui. Okay. Not really a question, just for blessings and healing vibes from my brother Miguel and speedy recovery from this accident. Our family is grateful he is alive today. I might not be able to watch your live, but thank you in advance to you and your tribe. Okay, so yeah, let's just pick up the vibes of what's going on for Miguel, for Jasui. I'm gonna actually timestamp this. Where are we at? 3 hours, 17 minutes, 50 seconds. 3:17:54. Jasui Miguel. Okay. All right. So that's what we've got going on for her question. She couldn't make the live, but that's okay because we've got timestamps and all. So let's feel into this, what's going on for Miguel, the accident he had, and just let's all send our beautiful, loving, good vibes that he's got a speedy recovery, both mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually for Miguel. Anything Spirit wants to say to Miguel, or any energy here? What's going on for Miguel? Okay, wow. So I think this accident actually is serving a higher purpose. Like this is really putting life in perspective for him and really leading him more toward his purpose. Because we have here balance, temperance energy, number 14, which adds up to a 5. So this really created a lot of changes in his day-to-day life. I don't know if he had an injury of some sort that maybe made it so he couldn't do all the things he does every day, and that really frustrates him because it's like he's only seeing with one eye right here, with this here. So it's almost like when you only see with one eye, like that changes your perspective because you don't have that peripheral vision over here anymore. You got to actually turn your head and look, right? You're one-eyed, one side, one-eyed, right? It really literally puts life in a new perspective. That's what I see this accident did for him. Also, the Page of Cups. This is bringing, a message from Spirit that maybe he wasn't living his life in alignment with his true purpose. Maybe he was living more from ego or just kind of settling for things because he didn't feel he deserved things. But he's not playing that game anymore. He is realizing there's some beautiful surprises in store for him. Even, the accident itself wasn't such a beautiful surprise, but it was a surprise. But really, it's brought a lot of beautiful gifts along with it. Spirit is helping. Spirit was making sure he wasn't going to leave this physical vessel, this physical plane. But, kind of a wake-up call is really what I'm hearing with that. And it's really turning that, perspective for him is really making him reach out for more and not settling anymore, reaching for the stars. The world is all about travel and, just being more carefree with life, not being so rigid and strict and serious. But yet at the same time, an accident like this could put things in perspective to make him really want to buckle down on his purpose. But he's doing it in a more carefree way. Even if he's still kind of processing these things and this doesn't quite resonate yet, it's going to very soon. He's going to be able to, I just heard, throw caution to the wind and really take a leap of faith on his dreams. That's what I just heard. So I don't know if he has dreams of becoming a business owner or, just starting some sort of something. There's some sort of legacy that he hasn't built yet that is going to be something when he's old and gray and, is looking back and has grandchildren and stuff, or, just the younger generation, if he doesn't have children, want children, grandchildren, whatever. But he looks back and he can see the legacy that he has built. And wow, the Empress. Well, speaking of children, grandchildren, I don't know if he has a lady in his life that is pregnant or wants to be pregnant, or if this is still in the future or maybe even the past. I mean, again, I'm going to have to take it as resonates, but at the very least, this is energy. This is fertile energy for him to, create and then birth new ideas, new enterprises, new excitement. But it's going to create more balance in his life because I think before he was kind of an all or nothing kind of person, or, he put all his eggs in one basket and then that basket fell and they all broke. And he's kind of like, oh crap, what do I do now? Well, he's going to learn to kind of, balance things out, spread things out a little bit. And Spirit's saying, they're not really making it clear to me, but they're saying that might be more clear to him. Like there's some specific nuance to what he's got going on or his life that he's going to know exactly what that means. Let's see what else. Because I don't have to understand this for this to still resonate for Miguel. Let's see. Anything else for Miguel? Any messages from Spirit for Miguel? Dances on one foot. Balancing act. Dances on one foot. Balancing act. Mic drop. I don't even know. I can't even continue right now. I just love that synchronicity. So yes, that is such a message. And again, I got chills. So I think your parents have something to do with this. Because here she's got one eye closed. She's balancing on one eye. bouncing on one eye. She's looking with one eye. So it's almost like your parents are on either side of him. Father on the left side, the masculine side, mother on the right side, the feminine side, holding him up even when he fell. They're holding him up and holding him up and holding him up further and further and further. But he's closing out the cycle where he has to feel out of balance because he's bringing more balance into his life, if that makes sense. Wow. You can't, I mean, this synchronicity doesn't come along that often, but wow. Wow, did that ever, wow. I love that, yay. But yeah, things are really looking up, even if there's kind of a grace period where he's, getting that balance, that sense of balance. He's going to realize he can do things that he didn't realize he could do. On the back of the deck, Dream Thief, refusal of the call. That's exactly what he's closing out. He's not going to give up on his dreams anymore or refuse the call of his dreams. And I didn't mean to flip anyone off, but this is almost like a big flip off to settling for less than he's worth anymore, right? Because he's closing out that cycle where he has to settle. He's no longer, letting anyone steal his dream. He's going after it, and he's going to answer the call of spirit. And the number 13, that adds up to a 4, which is all about support from spirit, connection to spirit realm. He's got the, at the very least, your parents, there's grandparents involved on the other side as well, that are right there with him and, supporting all of you and supporting him through all of this as well. Wow, that's pretty powerful. On the back of that, Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences. He's realizing that him settling for less, that really was a detriment or consequence. He's making new choices and getting new results as a result of making new choices, better choices, things that really align with his sense of soul purpose. Pretty powerful stuff here, Miguel and Jasui. I'm sure you will let him know that this is available for him. But yes, I've timestamped this, and I need to remind myself when we close out to go ahead and check that. But yes, I love you guys. I had so much fun today, just channeling these amazing messages from Spirit. And I'm doing really good on time. I cannot believe I stuck to it. So we didn't miss anyone, did we? Let me just double check. Nope, Pika Lee, that was for Monica. Thank you guys. What a fun and productive day. I feel like we really accomplished something here today. Yes, and I'm so excited. I think the next time definitely the next time I'm going to see you guys is going to be during the launch party. And just a reminder, that's not taking place here. That's taking place over on my main channel. First thing linked in the description below. And that is the official launch day of my Patreon. Interpret as you will. One eye open, one eye closed. hidden, something hidden. Yes, my main channel. It will be on my almost 20K subscriber, The Done Creative main channel. That's where the launch party is taking place. So if you have your notifications clicked for that, you will be notified right when that goes live. Unless YouTube doesn't, because they don't notify me for half the people that I have notifications clicked for, if not more than half. It's a weird thing, but just mark your calendars. It's at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time. So if you're on the East Coast Eastern Time, that will be 7:30 p.m. If you're on Pacific Time, that's 4:30 p.m. Central Time is 6:30 p.m. If you're not in the U.S., I don't know your time zone, and I apologize for my incompetence. Yeah, Patreon. I will be at the Done Creative Patreon link in my description below. You guys don't know what I'm doing, but you'll know. You'll know later. You'll know why I keep doing that. But yes, Easter eggs hidden in plain sight. So go search it out if you will. I love you guys. If you think I'm weird, that's okay, because I know I'm weird. But I love you. I hope you have a really beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you at the very next time, hopefully at the Patreon launch party. Reminder, guys, there are giveaways. I'm going to be giving away three 10-minute Zoom readings, which is my regular face-to-face Zoom reading. But if you would rather just have your question answered, like say in this format during one of my lives, you could apply that Zoom reading to this for free. Have it as you will. Either way, I'm going to be giving away 3 of those to 3 of the people who sign up for Patreon during or before. See what I'm doing here? Or before the launch, the official launch. But yes, hi, bye, dinner's in the oven. That sounds good. I hope I hear from my cousin Tanya very soon. But yes, I will meet you all there. I will see you at the launch and at Patreon. And I could just keep going and going and going because I'm so excited. But yes, the official Patreon launch is on Monday during the party. But Easter eggs maybe hidden. So good luck. Description box. Bye. I love you. I'll see you later. I'm going to get out of here and shut up. Okay, I love you all. Description box. Bye.